Make me smaller.
Okay, I'm recording, so this is the part that will go up on YouTube for.
Time to sound professional, everyone.
If anyone, unless this is the first one that anyone sees, they are not going to be expecting professionalism.
That's rude and unprofessional of you,
and Michael. Factually accurate.
We are the most professional crew there ever was.
No.
Featuring Slambo is the cartoon thing with the top hat. And
yeah, Lambo wore his top
with
hat.
The top hat. Yeah, that's totally my thing.
Very professional.
We're super professional.
Yeah. Meg's got the
I wore a donut head.
Cat ear donut. Lissa is whatever's going on over there. It's hard to know.
I took a shower.
You took a shower?
Yeah. I didn't put on pants or anything like that. I'm not going crazy.
No. You're wearing your kilt, aren't you?
Oh.
Oscar Isaac, Oscar's kilt.
I should for sure just start wearing kilts because I have several.
Believe me, this is not shocking to anybody.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Are we going to go to the Renaissance Festival this year, Michael?
Yeah, is there a day when no one else is there, including all the people who work there?
Outdoor. You have all the costumes. Why do you have all these costumes if you're never going to wear them?
To make my life more difficult.
Okay.
Because they take up all my closet space.
It's a pretty valid reason.
Yeah.
How many kilts do you have, Lambo?
I have exactly -5 kilts.
Oh.
Yeah, I owe people kilts.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, how's that possible? It's a negative kilt, but no, you're on the hook.
Yeah, I'm on the hook
for a bunch of kilts. Okay, makes good sense.
What is the chance that you could get your sidekick Zam into a kilt on screen?
I'm sure he could be bribed. Possibly.
We should do it
for charity.
Yeah, mostly for charity. I'm sure he'd do it for charity.
Minnesota Smith in the Temple of Kilts.
Yes.
What do Scottish people live in, like in the old days? Like you know how like. Well, I'm like, I know your house is juice. Like you know, like the Norwegians had like the long houses or whatever. Like, is there like a classic like Scottish like?
Yeah, a house.
We're like in the Flenix. You know,
the
money bin,
Scottish, and he says holes in the ground.
Yeah, because Scotsmen are hobbits. Yeah.
Oh no, Scotsmen are dwarves.
No,
every dwarf has a Scottish accent.
Yeah, that's a real problem, though.
Yeah, well, it's why I distrust the Scottish.
Wow.
Because dwarves are dirty little garbage.
Dwarves are Yorkshire
people.
Northern England.
I don't want to have to edit this for YouTube.
Why would you have to edit it?
Maybe we can stop with
because our huge Scottish contingent is going to be very upset.
Maybe
they'll be way too drunk to even notice. Would you relax?
Wow.
Piper Dune.
Yes. All right. Hey. Enough fun. We should do a thing.
Enough joking about alcoholism.
Right. We should do a thing that is like the title of the thing that we are supposed to be doing so that we can meet everyone's expectations. Hey, Lambo, so what we usually do at the beginning is introduce people and say, hey, I'm so-and-so, and you can usually find me over here doing this things. And today I'm playing this character who's kind of like this. And it's always the noob that we haze by making them go first.
Oh, fantastic. Well, awesome. Hi, I'm Lambo. You guys can find me at twitch.tv/saslambo. Beyond that, I guess I typically play lots and lots of Yakuza games and all sorts of story-based stuff. Beyond that, I guess I'll be playing as Sir Lambert Wiggleton. He is an idiot fascinated by the occult and became an adventurer at a young age and hopes to learn more about these fantastic secret societies.
Tell us about your TikTok.
My TikTok is a thing. People follow it, I guess, and it's mostly silly and probably wholesome sometimes.
Awesome.
But that's all I got.
Yeah, Lissa.
Hi, my name's Lissa T. I'm a full-time streamer, and I do lots of variety stuff. And my character is Dr. Chloe Song, and she is excited to do things with this group because she's really excited about the exposure that it'll bring. You know, it's really good for her image. She's a ruthless networker, as she is. So, yeah. And that's me.
Cool. Meg.
I am Dr. Minnie Smith. I am extremely smart. I'm a genius, obviously. I am also accidentally typing in this thing.
Okay.
Dude, this is why I can't do push to talk. Okay, so I am
talk
because I have stuff going on in the background. That's why.
Don't you have
anyway?
Just mute it on your Go XLR.
The management is.
I don't have my Go XLR.
Are the managers taking a meeting behind you, Mag?
It's her sister talking to
my
Pariah.
sister's here. Okay. Anyway, so also, I'm a very, very smart, and I am also kind of streetwise, and I have a compass, and I'm just very like, I'm all about signs and symbols, and like I'm really excited about looking for new stuff and kind of making a name for myself. But I'm more in it for like the curiosity of it and for like the academics of it than like looking to like gain any kind of popularity or anything like that. I'm more just kind of interested in it. Cool. And and I'm Megan Amell, and I stream on Twitch.
Juice.
Yeah, hi. I'm Juice's TV, your best friend on the internet. I stream on Twitch 5 nights a week. I also work for the Captain TV development team. We make Stream Raiders, which is a game that you should play and then buy all of Lissa's skins. I am playing a character called Ace Billingsley. I wrote a bio. Would you like to read it? Would you like me to read it?
Yeah.
Okay. Where did it go? Heir to the Billingsley slurry fortune, Ace defied his parents' wishes and accepted a commission as an officer in the war. His high-flying antics earned him a reputation as a man of action, but his true strength was military strategy and tactics. After the war, he studied the history of war and weaponry, eventually obtaining a PhD from Ivy League University.
It's university.
It could be. That's what it is now.
That's grooming kids for education from a young age.
University.
Right. Cost $20. You got it in the mail.
Just for the record, Ace Billingsley has never groomed any kids. That's not Ace's jam.
Whatever word you're supposed to use.
It's not that phrase.
Molding children from a young.
Yeah, it's not that one.
Yeah, no.
Not grooming.
I think it's probably none of them.
Yeah, no, groomed from a young age to be a violinist or whatever. Isn't that a word?
It used to be. It used to be, but now it's yeah.
Okay, we don't use it for the other thing anymore?
No.
Now we say apprenticed. I don't know what we say.
Who knows?
I just stay away from it.
Co-opting good words is crap. Screw those people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, so a little bit of context. Each of these characters that have just introduced themselves are archaeologists, or sort of archaeologists slash adventurers. This is a very relatively straightforward, very simple mechanically game. Each character has 3 attributes that they have distributed 5 points in. Those attributes are heroic, which is like doing cool athletic, like Lara Croft style or whatever stuff. There's the book smart stat, which is like I read dusty tomes with like a monocle in, study in ancient libraries kind of thing. And then there's the streetwise, the sort of like, thinking fast on your feet, kind of like understanding danger. It's kind of like improvisation sometimes too. Each of them also has some equipment that they carry with them. And each one has an artifact. that is important to them, that they, inherited, or that was given to them, or that they discovered on a previous expedition. And the artifact gives them certain benefits. And explicitly, those benefits are listed out in the artifact set. So those benefits are, hey, if I want to use my artifact, I can reroll. I can add two additional dice to a roll. I can treat a 5 or a 6 as a full success, and any double at all counts as a full success. So I know not everyone has picked theirs or might have added something else. Just pick one of those, and we can fiddle with it and change it. How the dice work is you say what your archaeologist is doing, and then when it makes sense to attempt a challenge, I'll say, okay, cool. Why don't you roll heroic? Like, I want to leap into the chasm and grab on a vine hanging from the ceiling and swing across to the other side. It's like, okay, cool. Roll heroic. And you're going to take the number that's in your heroic. And so like for Dr. Song, that's a 3. You start with 3 dice. If that is related to Dr. Song's specialty of linguistics, it's not, but let's say it was, you would add another die. And if it's related to your reputation of being ruthless, you would add another die. You can also spend equipment or use your artifact to do additional things. Once you have determined how many die you start with, you're going to deduct a die for any injury that you have in heroic. So like if you are limping along, it's going to be a little bit harder for you to do some heroic things. That results in the total number that you roll them up, and you're really looking for the highest die. If your highest die is a 6, then awesome success. If your highest die is a 4 or 5, you don't fail, you don't succeed, you kind of make progress. If it's a 2 or a 3, it's like it's not a disaster, but it doesn't really work out well for you. And if it's a 1, it's a terrible, terrible failure. You also need to keep track of the total number of ones that you roll. So like, for example, you're rolling 4 die. If you got 1 6 and 3 1s, you will tell me, I got a full success, but I also got 3 1s, because 1s are bad regardless. And that just creates additional complications and fun bad stuff that can happen to you or in the scenario. That's a lot. I'm just saying it for those that are out in stream and on YouTube later, so that you can kind of get the sense of the mechanics we're working with. But we'll explain it as we go along, and it will become very intuitive because it's super duper simple. And all the rules and stuff are documented on our shared character sheet. So how do your characters know each other, do you think? Do they know each other? Do I need to find a way to bring you all together? Or have you met at conferences, or are you besties?
I think we met at a conference.
And I feel like maybe I was just called. Because I'm a genius and I'm a doctor. And I feel like someone called me and was like, hey, we could really use your expertise in this blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, sure. That sounds fun.
Yes. So, Dr. Smith has a former graduate student named Denise Wells, who is one of your brightest pupils, who you often viewed as like someone to carry on your legacy. And I mean, the relationship wasn't always perfect because she's very ambitious, and maybe was known to cut corners occasionally, put people or herself at risk unnecessarily. But then again, when you were up and coming, you kind of did some of the same stuff. So it was a match made in heaven. And Denise has called in Dr. Smith because she has an angle on the Stone of Kuthat. It is an ancient artifact that supposedly was used in conjunction, like the myths around it aren't entirely clear, but was somehow part of a puzzle that was used multiple times throughout history by conquering armies. It was used by Alexander the Great. It was used by the Ottoman Turks. It was used by Genghis Khan. And again, maybe that's all myth, but it's one of these like ancient cultural artifacts that dates back to the time of the pyramids or perhaps even further, but has reappeared periodically throughout history. She has an angle on the stone's location. And in the kind of backstory, she and Dr. Smith have been working on deciphering not only its location, but also more information about how it can be used. And there are signs that like it has to be taken to a certain place to be activated, and then when that's done, it may actually point to something else. At least that's the belief. So if that's the frame that we're acting, how do Sir Lambert, Dr. Song, and Ace get pulled into it?
So I'm doing a bit of a career change, and I sought them out. I might be misrepresenting myself with the doctor a little bit, but yeah. So I sought them out at conferences, and this is kind of my ideal team of who I think can bring me some more infamy and success.
So you like play a doctor on TV?
Well, I'm a doctor, just of opera performance.
Right.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
So maybe there's a little bit of puffery when it comes to your actual academic credentials, but you
Yeah.
maybe you're like a science popularizer. You know, one of these people who like, I'm Dr. So-and-so, and I go on all the shows to talk to the kids about science.
Yeah,
but maybe
that's why, like I keep my doctorate, but I'm kind of hush-hush about what it's for.
Yeah, like maybe the academics don't necessarily buy it. Cool. So maybe you heard through the grapevine that, Dr. Song heard through the grapevine that the famous archaeologist Minnesota Smith was working with a former graduate student on something really cool, and decided to just sort of insert yourself into the process. How about Sir Lambert and Ace?
Well, Sir Lambert heard from a guy that there was some interesting artifact out that was being searched for, and that it might have some mystical, supernatural origins that might be related to some other occult-like stuff that he was researching, and he figured it was a good idea to pursue and see if there was anything in that front, because it also just sounded interesting.
Yes. And you, and having met the other archaeologists at former conferences, it was relatively easy to offer your services. Cool.
Exactly.
That makes perfect sense. What about Ace?
Well, Ace is often contacted because not most archaeologists don't know how to fly planes.
True.
But Ace has a lot of useful practical skills in addition to being a learned scholar and obtaining a PhD from Ivy League university.
Yes. And also has studied the history of war and warfare.
Correct, yes.
So might actually have some academic expertise to lend to this particular conversation. Cool. Mm-hmm. So where is Dr. Smith's office / library / collection of strange and wondrous artifacts that you have, I'm sure totally legally collected over the years?
She ain't listening.
Dr. Smith.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I forgot I was Dr. Smith. I thought I was Dr. Song.
It's fine. No, so so where is Minnesota Smith's office / library / collection of completely legally obtained artifacts?
It is in her trailer behind her house.
Okay. Sure.
Does your house reside in a specific state?
I mean, do we have to be in a specific state?
No, not necessarily.
That was the question. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, my name is, Dr. Minnesota Minnie. And so clearly I have a really nice house in New York, upstate New York.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, there's a kind of a nice trailer out the back, and it just has like a bunch of artifacts and stuff. Just lots of things.
Is it like a double wide, or is it like an old Airstream, or?
It is. It's very mobile still.
Okay.
So it's not like a double wide, like one of the ones that are more like put together. It's like, it's one that like it's almost like more RV style, like big RV kind of a thing. Because that way, if I need to go, I can.
Okay.
You don't know about my life,
right? So everyone has spent the past couple of weeks, going back and forth to the library at the local university, and spending time in Dr. Smith's trailer, doing research, contributing, and you feel like you're getting close. Sir Lambert is able to apply his expertise in the occult to start to theorize that there is some sort of, and whether you share this out loud or not, you become convinced, Sir Lambert, that there is some sort of divine or otherwise magical key to all of this, that the ultimate weapon that the Stone of Cthulhu is part of or leads the faithful to is tied to ancient occult forces, and was definitely sought after by the Third Reich as part of their collection of all sorts of strange and wondrous artifacts throughout time. So you've begun to believe that, yes, this is the thing. It's the potential ultimate power which might help solve some of the occult mysteries that have fascinated you from a very early age. Dr. Song is absolutely certain that this is a key to kicking your fame up a notch. You can just imagine the late night talk show appearances where you can bring whatever. I mean, you're probably not all that concerned about like what the actual artifact is or whatever, but you can just like, you're totally preparing your speeches and like how you're going to answer Jimmy Fallon when he starts to ask, how is someone like you like digging around in the dirt all the time? And you're going to be like in a gown and looking really awesome. Ace is probably focused on the elements of the historical application in military conflicts, and maybe thinking about like, this is a power that shouldn't fall into the wrong hands. And Minnie has just been enjoying working with Denise on a more like peer basis, and seeing someone who you fostered their young career really stepping into her own.
You really groomed them well.
Stop it.
Damn it. I'm sorry, guys.
I
didn't know.
I didn't set it up so I can mute people individually, but I'll figure it out. Anyway, so it is the morning. It is a Saturday morning. The air in upstate New York is crisp. It is early autumn. The leaves are just beginning to turn. Is Dr. Smith's house nice? Like, is it a big like palatial mansion? Is it a like 70s ranch style?
I would say it's more like 70s ranch style, but like everything in it is really nice. You know what I mean? Because she like makes decent money. She's extremely smart. She does stuff for universities and stuff, so she has decent money. But she doesn't want to live like in a mansion. She just needs her space and her trailer outside, and she's happy.
Cool. Well, Dr. Smith has woken up and had your coffee, and your associates arrive for kind of another session where everyone's going to report back on the research that they've done. So you're all in the shag carpeted, wood paneled, sunken romper room in Dr. Smith's immaculately kept 70s ranch style.
No,
I'm imagining like the
style,
Brady Bunch.
But it's been like updated.
Okay.
Like I have wood floors and stuff. Like it's nice.
Living room.
Oh no, I still have a sunken living room, but it's like wood floors and stuff.
Wood floors with a shag carpet on top, with a rug on top.
Definitely still a themed. Yeah.
Okay. And little knickknacks and artifacts kind of in every little nook and corner. Very, very tasteful, sort of. And you all gather there. And you expect that Denise has a tendency to just kind of like she's very much an early riser. So she usually just kind of like hops, opens the gate to the backyard and gets to work early in the morning. So, offer everyone a bagel and some schmear and a cup of coffee, and you all make your way out to the Airstream. Denise is not there. Which is a little weird, but not.
Oh, we're not freaking out yet?
You're not freaking out yet, but there is a note. To you, Dr. Smith. And you're muted.
Oh, well, I'm going to read the note.
Okay. The note says in short, Dear Dr. Smith, thank you so much for all the help that you've given me over the years and all the encouragement and encouraging me to, extend my own, surpass my own boundaries and really step into myself and my career. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not going to let you and your old hidebound ways hold me back anymore. I found some people who share my vision of how archaeological findings should actually be used to better the world, to solve the ills that have grown up over the previous years and instill a sense of order and purpose in the mass of humanity.
That's the short.
I mean, that's
oh my god,
that's a paragraph.
Denise just got hired by the Nazis, didn't she?
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Megalocorp.
Oh, geez, bud.
There, and then in closing, don't try to follow me. I've always been 3 steps ahead of you anyway. And then it's signed Denise, and there's a symbol that she has drawn beneath her signature. I would like you to make the first roll of the game. Give me a book smart.
I mean, it's clearly a swastika. I don't know
It's
why
not.
you need to roll that.
Okay, so I have 2 for book smart, but then I also have a specialty in symbols and imagery.
Exactly.
So does that mean I get 3 dice?
That means you get 3.
Nice.
Oh, there's a 1 and a 6.
Boy.
So perfect. So how we read that is that your high roll is the one that determines the degree of success, which is a 6, which is a full success. Awesome. Well done. But you did also get a 1, which allows me to impose a complication. So, which I will do. You may not know about it yet, but you will.
Dang it.
But yes, so it's a stylized sketch of what looks like maybe like a person in a hat or something. But you recognize that is the symbol of a secret society of underground scientists, archaeologists, and adventurers known as FANTOM with an F.
How dare they misspell phantom?
You're not quite sure what it stands for, but it probably stands for something. But they are your arch nemesis. You have run into people working for FANTOM before who have plundered the tombs that you were seeking to, also plunder, but like more legally plunder, I guess. And, there have been a couple of times where you have, just by the skin of your teeth, managed to succeed with FANTOM agents hot on your heels. This is the worst situation. Your protege has now crossed over to the opposition. What happens?
D-nice.
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all, I am distraught. And I probably, let me think for a second. I feel like, would she know, like, out of her companions, like, for this thing, who's the best, like, who would be the most, like, informed of where Denise might be or what she might have gotten herself into? Would it be Ace?
Don't know. You can ask the question.
Are they with me? Or we're all together, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys, Denise isn't here and she's not coming back. She's run off with the Nazis. And I don't know what she's doing or why she's doing it, but she ran away. And do any of you know anything about what she might have gotten herself into or who this other group is that's looking for what we're looking for?
Are you talking about FANTOM with an F?
Yes, FANTOM. PHANTOMF.
No.
Oh.
No, that's a different group.
Right.
Oh, right.
That's a women's badminton league. Yeah.
That's for Ghost, actually.
Yeah. So who is Phantom? Does anyone have any information on Phantom?
Yes, they're just like Spectre, only they care about archaeological things.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
That is to say, they're a very well-funded group of miscreants intent on world domination.
Through archaeology.
Through the power of archaeology.
Yes.
This is terrible news. Denise is very capable, and on their side, she might be too much for us to handle.
Yeah, and I think she'd be really bad for my image too. I'm gonna be honest.
That's true. That's true.
I can't.
I don't think she'd be too much to handle. I mean, I planted a tracker on her vehicle just the other day, and I guess that should probably help us out a little bit.
Wait, why would you have planted a tracker on her vehicle?
Well, I plant a tracker on everyone's vehicles.
Are you telling me that my 2002 Ford, what's the one that looks like a bar of soap? My Ford Taurus has been low-jacked?
Excuse me?
For the past few weeks, actually.
I'm angry.
So
your honesty is refreshing, Sir Lambert.
So Sir Lambert pulls out a LoJack detector. I don't know how that works. Some sort of device.
It's a cell phone, I think.
Yeah, sure. So why don't you go ahead and give me a... I think this is probably streetwise. To see how successful you are / were.
To see what street she's on.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4.
Okay. So the LoJack is operating. You are getting a signal, but you're not quite able to pinpoint it. Because that wasn't a full success, but it also wasn't a failure. So it's like you're like, it's somewhere nearby, but it doesn't have the resolution to give you like a precise location.
Have you tried triangulating the signal?
I could try to enhance the signal, but I think I'm going to need to take this to someone a little bit more familiar with this technology than me.
Yes. Well, someone could also help.
Yes. I can help you for sure.
Yeah. So when you make progress, you can like do something in the fiction to make it so that it makes sense to try again, or you can pull someone in to help. Unless or until you fail or horribly fail, you can always kind of keep trying to make progress. So Ace is going to help. How is Ace helping?
Ace has a drone.
Yep.
And we will attach your cell phone to the drone and bring it high up in the air. And that will help clear up the signal. And we'll bounce it back over satellites. We'll route it through Russia and then it'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Starlink it. Cool.
Yeah.
So you do. Okay. So go ahead and give me, I think since you're doing this more science-y, this is probably a book smart.
Okay.
And are you,
and a 2.
And are you hacking? Like, are you going to I'm going to hack into anything. Well, I'm just saying it might be beneficial since your reputation is a rule breaker. So this is a little bit of hint about how to use the mechanics. It's really, in some ways, you can attempt to play into your reputation or specialty as a way of getting an extra die.
I didn't want to advertise it, but we are flying approximately 50 feet higher than the FAA recommendation for drones.
Sure.
Living on the edge, kids.
Sure.
So what does that mean, though?
So if your specialty or reputation applies, you get an extra die. So you get an extra, and if both apply, you get 2 extra die, basically. So
then I got a 4 as my high.
Okay, but no 1s.
But no 1s and no 6s.
Yeah, you fly it up, and it's much the same. And you double check and think like maybe it's faulty. but and maybe you even like fly it out, do a little bit of a grid pattern. And it seems like the signal is strongest when it's directly above Minnie's house.
Minnie, do you remember that time we discovered that cave underneath your house?
Oh yeah, the cave with the all the metals.
Yes. The lead-lined cave caused problems for our detecting devices. As I recall.
Oh yes, probably. Also, don't lick the walls down there.
No, they are tasty. Do you think that D Nice might have absconded into one place we'd never think to look for her?
In the cave under the house?
Well, I was thinking Chuck E. Cheese's, but yes, and the cave is a good idea.
Even I won't go to Chuck E. Cheese's.
It's rife with COVID.
Those animatronics scare me.
Okay. So you open up a hatch in your backyard and climb down into, maybe it was like a natural cave that was turned into a bomb shelter or something.
Have you seen that movie Blast from the Past?
Oh, what?
Brendan Fraser.
Yes.
And he's in the bomb shelter.
Maybe.
He's a 50s guy. He goes into a bomb shelter, then comes out in like the 80s or 90s or whatever.
Yeah. And then he meets Alicia Silverstone because he's trying to sell like his Honus Wagner card at the card shop.
Or something.
It's just like that movie. Yes.
Sure. So you go down into, and maybe there's some more artifacts that are occasionally stored down here, some more of the unstable, the weird ones. This is probably very fascinating for Sir Lambert because you see a few things that you didn't know that Dr. Smith had. That are, that are
run over to start looking over the artifacts.
What are some of the highlighted artifacts that you discover, Sir Lambert?
There appears to be this giant, I guess, taxidermied winged monkey holding out a claw.
His name is Charles.
Oh, okay.
Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Sure.
And Charles is sitting on top of what appears to be a very dusty tomb that I can't quite wrest from its grasp. And I'm trying to look into the tomb there and see what's in it.
How did you get an entire tomb into this cave, Minnie?
You know what? Listen, when the answer is right in front of your face.
Ah, once again, you've outwitted us all.
There's a backhoe down there. Over in a corner underneath a tarp.
What'd you call me?
Sorry. An excavator. As Sir Lambert attempts to prise the guardian off of the sarcophagus, go ahead and give me a heroic and let's see if that's successful, because it can't possibly go wrong.
Oh, geez, I got a 6 and a 1. And another 1.
Oh, excellent. So you succeed and terrible, terrible things happen. So you have all made your way down into the bomb shelter slash occult storage. Stop it. Occult storage facility underneath Dr. Smith's backyard. And unwatched as everyone's kind of searching around for Denise and or the bug that Sir Lambert placed on her car. Or her car. Maybe you're looking for her car. It's not down here. Sir Lambert yanks the taxidermied winged monkey off of the sarcophagus. And we got 2 1s. The first one is that the door to this bunker slams closed. Part 2 is that the winged monkey, the guardian of the sarcophagus, springs to life and begins to attack. What do?
Charles! Stop it!
I throw Ace Billingsley at the winged creature.
Get him!
Kind of toss him that way.
In midair, I let loose my very fancy silk flying scarf that I got in the war.
Okay.
And I use it like a whip, and I kind of like snap it around Charles and grab him with it.
And to be clear, you're not actually using the power of your artifact. You're just using the object, right? So,
I mean, isn't it? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. because using your artifact's power is a once per session kind of situation. You can use it now if you would like.
No.
So yeah, but you have it on you. So you're not actually being thrown through the air. I don't think Dr. Song is strong enough to lift you up and throw you, but it does kind of shove you that direction. So you pull it out and rip it around. So that is going to be a heroic.
Okay.
And I think your specialty of war and weaponry will apply.
Okay, a 4 and 2 1s.
Ho! Excellent.
You giving me the extra dice actually feels like it works against me because I rolled the 1 with the extra dice both times.
It works against you. Well, the 1 is always going to be the extra die unless you roll nothing but 1s. Also, it only works against you if you suck at rolling dice. But sorry. But yeah, so it's not a complete failure. You whip it over, hoping to wrap it around the flying monkey's head and like pull it to the ground. But instead, it catches it, and you are now in the midst of a tug of war with Charles, who is attempting to rip your scarf out of your hands. So Dr. Song pushed you into the fray. But I'm going to say that's not your action for this turn. You can do something else. So we need to figure out what Sir Lambert, what Dr. Smith, and Dr. Song are doing.
I have a flashlight. Could I possibly use it to try to blind the monkey while he's in this tug of war?
Sure.
I pull out the flashlight, I turn it on, and I shine it directly into its eyes. It's one of those super annoying bright LED ones.
Yeah. So that's going to be a heroic. And if you are willing to, and you don't have to decide now, if you're willing to spend your flashlight, meaning it is drained of batteries or otherwise disabled for this scene until you have a chance to stock up and replenish, you can buy another die with the flashlight.
Well, I won't spend the flashlight
yet.
I rolled a 6, a 1, and a 4.
Okay, cool. That's very good. Yes, it is. You take a moment to like focus the beam down and shine it directly in its eyes. This creature has been, mummified for thousands of years. And we'll say the flashlight also serves as like a UV source. So if you're like, it helps in investigation if you're looking for, organic traces or whatever. It acts more like a laser beam. So you flash it right into its face and its entire head catches fire. So now Ace and this flying monkey monster are engaged in a tug of war over Ace's scarf, and the monkey is on fire. What is Dr. Smith doing?
Dr. Smith is yelling at everybody. He's on fire! Charles! What have you done? And
we can't hear you when you take your hand off.
And she runs. Sorry, I was running. And she runs into the kitchen, and then she's like,
how does she get to the kitchen? Because the door is shut behind you.
What do you mean?
That was the first bad thing that happened, is that the door to the bunker shut behind you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to grab. Is there a blanket nearby?
Yeah. There's the tarp.
Okay.
There's the tarp that was on top of that backhoe.
Okay. I'm going to grab the tarp and I'm going to throw it on both Charles and Ace.
Okay.
Like in an effort to like put the fire out on Charles.
All right. Well, that's going to be a heroic roll.
Oh no, we're in trouble.
I don't think that your specialty or reputation comes into play here.
Nope, not at all.
Okay. Yeah.
I got a 5.
Which is, you're making progress. You're helping the situation, but it's not resolved. So thinking very quickly, Dr. Smith runs over, rips the tarp off of the backhoe, and then flings it over Ace and the monkey. The tug of war continues. The tarp begins to smolder, and it is now covering and wrapping Ace and the monkey. The monkey becomes enraged. and the entire bunker is now filling with smoke. It smells like burnt hair. Dr. Song.
So my artifact, I just changed it. Okay. My artifact is a hairpin.
Yes.
It is it's a sharp thrown weapon that always finds its target. Now I didn't want to use it in this situation because I don't want to get it messy, this early. But I guess the situation is looking pretty bad, so I'm gonna throw it.
All right. So for the effect of your artifact, would you like to add 2 dice to a roll? Would you like to be able to re-roll? So you're going to make a heroic roll.
Okay.
You could decide now, and this will be the static effect of your artifact. You can either say, I get to re-roll when I use this. I get to add 2 additional die to the roll. I get to treat a 5 and a 6 as a full success, or I can treat any doubles as a full success. Since your heroic is only 1, but your reputation of being ruthless probably applies, so that means 2 die.
Okay.
You can decide whether you want to be able to re-roll those 2 die, add 2 more die, treat a 5 or a 6 as a success, or hope you get doubles. I would say doubles on 2 die is probably not the best bet.
Yeah. I'll treat 5 or 6 as success.
Cool. So roll your 2 die. We'll just remember that your artifact has been used for the session.
Okay. I got a 1 and a 2, so I'll re-roll that.
It's only 1 success. Oh, you said re-roll, or you said no? You said 5 or 6.
Oh, I said 5 or 6. You're right. Oh no! I got a 1 or a 2, or 1 and a 2.
All right. So your high roll is a 2, which means things get worse, but it's not a terrible disaster. But you also got a 1. So and there it's like 2 kids wrestling in a fort. You just kind of see like smoke pouring out from under the edges and like forms wrestling and tugging around underneath this tarp. So you take aim at what you are certain is the monkey, but you wind up pegging Ace in the shoulder with your thrown hairpin.
I'm sorry I pegged you, Ace.
Yes, it is. Wow. It is painful. However, you do not suffer a wound because it wasn't your high was on a 1. But the bad news is that now Ace is pinned to this tarp that is beginning to catch fire.
I think Dr. Song is working with D Nice.
It's possible. So the tarp is now fully on fire.
No.
Oh no!
I don't know what to do.
As is the monkey. Ace.
Might die
However,
here.
I know this is right. The good news is creating characters is really fast and easy. So we can just skip forward and we can pick up with Dr. Smith's daughter, who's also named Minnie, and then a whole other set of friends of hers.
Minnie, just use the fire extinguisher right over there on that table.
Oh. That would have been real smart.
Don't you remember we needed to bring this cave up to code?
Oh, yeah, that's right, because that guy was going to come in and bust my kneecaps. Well, give me a fine. He wasn't going to really bust my kneecaps. It just sounds cooler like that.
Okay. So...
cave inspectors, am I right?
Right, exactly. Right? Big government at work. Everyone's got to, have your cave up to spec. So, Minnie, would you like to leverage your book smarts to try to
now is not a time to read the manual.
Appropriately
just pull the pin and spray it at the tarp.
Appropriately use the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, I'm
to try to save Ace from being burned alive.
Real quick.
Just speed reads like this really
speed
thick
read
manual.
them, yeah.
Yes.
Aha! Picks it up and just chucks the entire thing at my face.
No. I'm just like, I read the really short ones, short version where it's like pull pin, aim thing, go team. And I'm like, all right, let's do this.
All right. That's going to be book
Is this
smart.
Another heroic one?
No, this is book smart. I'm trying to be nice to say.
Oh, you are being nice. Okay.
I don't think genius or secret signs and imagery applies, so that gets you 2 die.
4 and a 2.
Okay. So You don't put out the fire, but you spray the entirety of this tarp. So now it's heavier, it's sticky, it's like a foam party down here. And at least for this kind of round, the fire is not going to spread. So you don't have to worry about dealing with what happens when Ace catches on fire, along with poor Charlie the monkey.
Well, I have a machete. Should I perhaps cut Ace free of the tarp?
You certainly could. That sounds pretty heroic to me.
All right, I'll use my machete. If I have to spend it, I'll spend it.
It's your choice. You can just use it to enable the check and as part of the fiction, or you can say, I'm going to spend it.
I guess I'll just use it.
Okay, cool. So then just roll heroic. Right. And I'm trying to see. Yeah, I don't think occult or ambitious comes into play.
All right, I got a 3, a 2, and a 6.
Perfect. Yes. So as Ace is flailing around with a hairpin stuck in his shoulder, pinning him to this tarp, this scorched, screaming monkey in his face trying to steal his scarf from him, within an inch of his face, this machete blade flashes through. Ace, you are now free.
Okay.
I mean, you're still in tug of war and surrounded by foam and burning tarp and burning monkey. So it's not a great situation, but you're no longer at risk of suffocation underneath this tarp.
Okay. So what I want to do is that tug of war move where you like let it go a little bit and give them slack and then yank it forward. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when it comes at me, I'm going to punch it right in its face.
Cool. So I think that sounds street smart to me.
I'm not street smart. I'm adventure.
Or heroic.
Yeah, heroic. Because I need 2 dice to roll 2 ones. Here we go. A 1 and a 4.
Cool. Do you have anything that you could use to add to that?
I have more dice.
No, I mean, do you have any equipment? Does your reputation play into
Would
that?
that be a war specialty?
Yeah, that's my tactic, was obviously my tug of war tactic.
Sure, why not?
That's a 6.
There you go. So you give him a little bit of play, and the monkey squeals in glee or horrifying pain as its head burns away, and then you yank it out of its little claws. That side of your scarf is now really gross. It's got little monkey fingerprints on it.
It's a magical scarf. It doesn't get gross.
Sure. But yes, excellent. You are now free.
I pulled the monkey towards me so I could punch it in the face.
Oh, okay. And then so you punch him in the face. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then he lets go.
And it goes pow. Like.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So you destroy Charles, the sarcophagus guardian flying monkey.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Charles.
Yes. Smashes
Charles
into the wall
had
of
it
this cave thing. Just like smoldering bits of taxidermied monkey go everywhere. A little paw like slowly crawls its way across the floor towards Ace.
Dr. Song, quick, we need a catchphrase for what just happened.
Oh God.
This was bananas.
Okay. That works.
This was bananas.
Whew. Oh, sorry. I blacked out a little bit.
It's very smoky and smelly in here. So it smells simultaneously like burnt monkey and wet
monkey. Of the
monkey. Yes.
Bananas because of the monkey, Ace. You get it?
Yeah, I get it. I do have a PhD from Ivy League University.
Yes.
Got it.
So, what do you do? You've wrecked a significant portion of this place.
What does this monkey have to do with D Nice and her betrayal? What's inside the sarcophagus?
What's inside the monkey?
Are we still locked in here?
Show me your insides.
Maybe next time.
Someone is opening the sarcophagus?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I say Ace does it.
All part of the plot.
Yeah, you open the sarcophagus and it's a skeleton.
But it's not a stairway down to
No.
another layer, another cave?
No.
It's definite. I move the skeleton, revealing a staircase
Nope.
that goes deeper into the next level of the cave.
Nope. This was all a consequence of Sir Lambert messing with stuff that had nothing to do with the.
That's impossible.
actual
Nothing
plot.
we ever do doesn't have to do with the overall plot.
Actually, most of the things that your characters do probably have nothing to do with the plot, but that's
I mean,
fine.
yeah,
That's
like
fair.
throughout our entire history.
Yeah.
I mean, we threw a party. It was airship day, remember?
Yeah. I'm just saying different continuity, but it's the same vibe.
I'm sorry, what's Airship Day?
It's something I did in another life.
Yeah.
I would think that an Ivy League university PhD would know that.
I mean, I know all about airships and zeppelins and all
Dirigibles.
sorts of dirigibles, yes, including hot air balloons. But I've never heard of Airship Day. It sounds amazing.
Yes.
It's a regional thing that you celebrate.
Yeah.
What
In
region?
Minnesota. So the smoke would clear, but it can't because you're in a sealed chamber.
No. It's up to code. It's ventilated. We've gone over this.
Okay, so you go flip on the fans. Your ears pop as the pressure drops, and then you vent the charred monkey into the atmosphere. Good. Now what do you do?
I go down the secret stairs.
There are no secret stairs.
Bullshit. You just don't know about them.
Nope.
I illuminate the skeleton with the flashlight and we inspect it.
It does have some jewelry on it.
Oh, jewelry.
Yeah. It's an ancient
Are
relic.
there any signs or symbols or imagery on the jewelry?
Nope. It's just like gems and gold.
I'm sorry, Minnie, you've had a sarcophagus inside your secret cave, and you never opened it to find these jewels?
It was guarded
No.
by Charles the monkey. And when
Yeah,
you
but
try to
we-
open
didn't
it,
wanna
Charles the monkey comes to
Monkey
life.
was real.
I didn't want to disrespect Charles, though.
And
You're an
there's
archaeologist. How is this possible?
there's signs and symbols on the outside of the sarcophagus that say this sarcophagus is guarded by the tomb guardian. Anyone who attempts to disturb the rest of the individual inside is going to be attacked and have their face ripped off.
Right,
Yeah,
which
I
is
don't mess with
exactly
that.
why we would mess with it. I don't understand.
Yeah. But you did mess with it, and now you have defiled the tomb of some ancient ruler from Sumeria, let's say.
This
Way to go,
scenario.
Ace.
I didn't do it. Sir Lambo did it. Lambert, I'm sorry. I went to primary school with a Sir Lambo. It's confusing.
Is there any way that I could chop off a monkey's paw?
It's actually it's still kind of trying to crawl across the floor.
Okay, can I grab the machete from Sir Lambert? Just
Hold on.
Yeah,
I pick up the paw and I use it like a back massager. Does it work?
Sure.
Does it feel good?
I mean, it's a withered, mummified monkey's paw.
Yeah, don't worry about that. I'm just does
sure.
it get like some good
Yes.
strength.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
feel like it might bring us some good luck later.
Yeah. Because monkey paws are always good luck.
I've heard good things, I think.
Yeah. Oh, you have heard of them. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
So who's taking the monkey's paw?
I mean, I'll give it Dr. Song, obviously.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna use it for?
I'm gonna put it in my very large purse that I have.
Yeah.
Save it for later.
So you have a very large purse with a monkey's paw in it. So
I probably would have told you to leave it, so I didn't see her do that.
okay. Dr. Song has a monkey's paw. Sir Lambert is cursed because he disturbed the tomb. And Ace has a hairpin stuck in his shoulder.
I think you lost this.
I
Hand it
don't
back.
need it back.
I mean, you probably do, unless you want to lose your artifact forever.
Oh, I thought I couldn't roll anymore.
Just this session. You can still use it. You just can't spend it to get its mystical benefits.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
once per
As you can
session.
tell, it has no mystical benefits.
Not
unless
anymore.
Friendly fire is an amazing skill that everybody needs.
Cool. So you've spent 30 minutes dicking around in this in this cave. What happens now?
That's on brand.
Well, the signal led us here. There must be something inside this cave that will lead us to D-Nice.
It didn't lead you here.
What if it was actually meant to go like far above the house instead of underneath?
What do you mean?
Well, the signal was stronger as you flew the drone upwards. Maybe there's some sort of airship well above the house rather than deeper into the ground.
You're talking about a flying dirigible often used by the evil organization known as FANTOM with an F?
Exactly.
Ingenious. Quickly, to my aeroplane.
Cool. How are you getting out?
Out of what?
This bunker.
That answers that question. We're still stuck in here.
Well, the emergency exit, obviously. It's up to code. Do you think if there's only one exit?
Sure. So you crawl your way through a little kind of corrugated aluminum drainage pipe that pops up into the woods behind Dr. Smith's house.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll say Sir Lambert has the phone. And once you climb out, it reconnects, it gets a signal, and the tracker app pops up, and it is pointing back towards Dr. Smith's house.
See? Wait, is she in the house? Could it be as so simple as she's just inside the house?
It was on her car, right?
Is her car still parked in the driveway?
No. Her car in the house?
Her car was parked in the driveway all the time. No, it's not. You did not see it when you came in.
She crashed the car into the front of the house and we didn't notice it.
No.
She just found the tracking device and left it
in the trailer.
Door.
It takes you maybe another 30 minutes of like walking back and forth across the property before you eventually realize that the reason you were having a hard time getting a directional fix on it was that you were basically standing on top of it the entire time. It is underneath the desk that the note was left on, and it has a little tag hanging off of it that says "Nice try."
Oh.
She is 3 steps ahead of us.
Yeah, at least.
Maybe she's right.
Yeah,
Should we just go for a beer?
Right. That is the result of the one that you originally rolled. So now that has been resolved.
Man.
So cool. Yeah, not gonna be able to track her. At least not with the low jack. What do you do?
Well, Dr.
do I
Smith
know
is the one that knows her the best?
Yeah,
right?
do I know somewhere like a place she likes to stay, or where she lives, or a place that she frequents, like a bar or something? Do I know any of that kind of stuff about her?
Sure. Yeah, you know enough about her, at least what she's told you. You're not sure if it's how accurate it is right now, but you know that you could, potentially try to track her down, but you probably have a good idea of what she's going to try to do.
What's that?
Your guess is that she is going to attempt to beat you to the stone of Kuthat.
Well, then let's go. We gotta go to the stone.
Where's the stone located?
I don't know, but can you fly us there?
I theoretically can fly you there, but where is it located, though?
Well, as soon as we find out, we should fly there.
You know this, though, Dr. Smith. You just need to tell us.
Oh, yes. It's located in the blessed... Where is it?
Child.
You probably...
Candy Mountain.
There are a variety of potential locations. You should probably consult your notes.
Oh, yes. Let me look through my notes.
What notes?
Oh.
What do you mean?
Your notebook is missing.
Is this because of the one earlier?
This is because she stole it. Because she figured it would take you guys probably half a day to realize, oh, wait a second. The whole point is that she works for FANTOM now. She's going to go try to steal the artifact out from under us like FANTOM does. And so eventually you would piece it together, and she's like, then they'll consult their notes. And so I'm just going to take the notebook.
All right. Well, luckily, I am very technologically savvy, and I actually scanned them all into a file.
And you're a
last week.
genius.
And I'm a genius.
You might just remember these things.
Oh, you know what? I might be like an eidetic memory, like Juliet. What's her name?
Don't know.
The one that was in. She was in Beetlejuice.
Sure.
Yep.
So it seems
She's
like
Mensa.
seems like you are looking to make a book smart, for which your
Yes, let's do
genius
that.
reputation applies.
651.
Perfect. Yes. So the one I will make a little note of that. But you do. You go into your mind palace and you can remember very clearly, like what you had worked on with Denise just last night. There were 3 potential locations, and you had been very happy and celebrated last night because you had determined that the Stone of Kuthat is located on the Pumanjar Plateau in some country that isn't India, but that's basically India. Halfway around the world. Can't hear that.
Oh, I said it's in India. Can you fly us there?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
But the only plane that I have access to that's big enough to get all the way to India is a very old school cargo plane with where the back opens down and the seating is basically nothing. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Do we have to parachute out of it?
I mean,
That's what I was
you
thinking.
could. I'm not going to crash it. It's vintage. It costs a lot of money.
Yeah, I just think it would be really great if I could get some video, you know?
Is there a landing strip near this location that we can land the plane at, or do we have to
Do you have those things where you can do a water landing because they got the floaty floats?
The pontoons?
Yeah, you got pontoons?
Yes, I can do the pontoon thing. It's going to take a little while to put them on there, though.
Oh, wow. The good
That's
news is
exciting.
there is, you can consult your charts. So in the Airstream or whatever this trailer is, this Winnebago, you roll out a navigational chart of the world, which isn't an actual thing, but, for the fiction. Yes, the Pumanjar Plateau, at the foot of which it is notable for having a massive waterfall, and at the foot of which is a reasonably sized lake that then turns into a river. And there's little drawings of alligators and giant snakes and various different things to indicate that it is a very dangerous part of the world.
As I recall, this place is well known for its silver snakes, purple monkeys, and orange iguanas.
Death spiders.
Blue barracudas.
Blue barracudas oftentimes fill that lake.
Yeah,
The Lake of Olmec.
sure. Wrong part of the world, but fine. Olmec would be South and Central America. That's cool.
Well, close. It's another one. It's Olmec also.
Or maybe the Olmecs were world travelers before. It's a archaeological mystery.
Here.
It's
We know that
franchise.
they came from space.
Yes, sure. And we'll then say that there are giant, mysterious carven heads in the jungle that surrounds the Pumanjar Plateau. So you make a plan to fly your cargo ship with pontoons to land it in the lake full of dangerous creatures and find a way to ascend the plateau itself to reach the top where some ancient hidden temple is rumored to exist that might or might not contain the Stone of Kuthat. So
I've heard the legend of this hidden temple.
yes, it's one of like 1,000. This entire thing, by the way, is go find a hidden temple, find the thing in the hidden temple that leads you to a clue to the next hidden temple. It's all hidden temples. Cool. So how do you prepare? What do you do? Do you just go get on the plane today? Do you do you do anything to prepare for the fact that you're traveling halfway around the world into a very dangerous situation, racing an evil archaeological organization to this mysterious artifact?
I probably have a go bag. So like an archaeology go bag though, it's like it's got like some, basic tools and stuff, and like my compass is in there and whatnot. So I probably grab that, and then I've just got a backpack with like real basic 2 or 3 outfits. I just wear the same thing all the time anyway. Like I'm always in just like a cardigan, a t-shirt, and some jeans,
Cool. You have a chance, if you would like, although it's completely unnecessary, to switch out any of your equipment. I mean, there's plenty of things that you can have in the fiction, right? Like your passports, but you don't need to put that on equipment unless it's something that you think you are going to need to be able to spend for a mechanical benefit. So,
I just brought like practical things like rope and a compass and a 9mm glizzy.
yeah, makes perfect sense.
Glizzy?
Glizzy, y'all.
Yeah. And everyone else can be armed,
sideways?
but if you want to be able to use a weapon and spend it for a die, just make sure to add that or switch around your equipment. But so people get prepared. Dr. Smith just grabs her go bag, which has all of her stuff in it. Dr. Song just and if for example, Dr. Song, you want to be able to use that monkey's paw because you have it. If you want to be able to use it and spend it, you might want to switch it out with something or just keep it. I mean, it's super duper cursed, but other than that,
I can hold it.
You might be able to use it to barter at some point.
Yeah.
it's a cursed monkey's paw. There's all kinds of stuff you could do with it.
Yeah. All right.
Massage
You don't have to.
tool thing.
Yeah, it's a good
I wanna
back scratcher.
I want to bring it with us. Yeah, I feel like maybe because I have a cane, but it turns into a sword, but I can just use that,
Okay.
right?
What if you hold the monkey's paw and the monkey's paw holds the cane?
That won't be silly at all. Yeah. Be fine.
Spa.
Cool.
Cool.
So everyone gets ready. We have a montage scene of you all loading up into this old cargo plane, stashing your duffel bags.
Vintage. I prefer vintage to old, but
that's
okay.
fine. I mean,
It's well maintained. I am very wealthy.
Sure.
I was ready the whole time. I was just standing to the side, just letting the wind pass by me, just looking cool.
Okay.
With your top hat looking so cool.
Wind
Can you
blowing
put on
your
more of an
headband.
adventuring hat for now?
I can try to find him or adventure.
like that.
Oh my
You
God,
guys can carry on.
Sir Lambert.
I request that he keeps the hat because it really puts a touch of class on this excursion.
Yeah. Which we
desperately need.
so badly need.
So
Agreed.
desperately.
Well, I guess I can just throw on some shades just to look
Perfect.
I mean, we're getting on this junker to the other side of the world.
Oh my God, you look so cool.
I make sure that Dr. Song has the seat closest to the porta potty that's strapped in
Sure.
to the junker.
Sure. So, 18-hour flight later.
Yeah, you're right next to the honey bucket, Chloe.
So, we have a scene of, we have to establish this is an exotic locale. So, we have a long establishing shot of vast kind of jungle. Rising up out of that is this freestanding plateau with a single very large curtain of water flowing down. We come in closer. We do like a pan down following the waterfall, and we see a variety of irregular shapes that kind of catch the eye. They are carved faces and skulls. They're embedded in the cliff wall, and then we follow it down further, and the waterfall crashes on giant rocks that feed into a river. The audience hears the sound of a propeller plane coming in. The camera focuses up and sees your cargo plane coming in for a landing, splashing. We see a variety of alligators and other wildlife reacting to the intrusion. Probably swimming out, probably just hordes of alligators and snakes and dangerous fish and stuff attracted by the motion swimming out toward the plane. You have arrived at the foot of the Pumanjar Plateau. What do you do?
Yes. Well, first thing is we're floating there. We're going to have to lower down. We're going to lower the back so that we can exit out using the inflatable raft.
Yes.
Right. That has like the motorboat on the end. I will instruct my manservant, Michael, to stay with the boat. And he's like,
cheerio, governor. Hip, hip, hopper.
Sure.
Oh, I've got a new beard. It's quite full. Do you think I look like a manly man now?
and I'm like, yeah, you're doing great, Michael.
Wait, I have a question. Can we just like tie a thing to the plane and like pull it in so it's not just out on the water?
I mean, it's anchored.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We want to be able. So I understand what you're saying, but here's the thing: at some point, we're gonna need to make a very dramatic exit.
Very quickly.
And
right.
having the plane in the middle of the lake gives us like the immediate runway in whichever direction we need to go.
Yes.
And also, if we don't have to do a high-speed boat chase back to the plane, we're going to miss out on some quality adventure.
That's true. We'll say that you have a little zodiac or something that you can use to tender yourself to shore.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone picks up all their gear, loads it into the zodiac, kind of awkwardly climb in because you have to have it in the water, and a few people almost slip in, but you're fine. You're in the Zodiac. And you make your way towards shore. Suddenly, you see a wake approaching the Zodiac. Something very, very large is moving very quickly in your direction.
I press F to pay respects at the wake.
You can see something pale undulating just directly underneath the water. It's closing on your position rapidly. You will not make it to shore.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
You are.
Well, what if I take one of the snacks out of my tactical vest, which is full of nothing but snacks, and throw it into the water to hopefully distract it?
Yeah, I'm going to call that streetwise.
All right.
The old beef jerky trick.
I got a 5.
Cool. You toss out, what is the snack that you toss into the water?
A Slim Jim.
Okay. Do you
have
want
any instructions for how to eat it?
You snap into it, right?
Yeah, I was setting up Lambo. Thank you, narrator. Ugh.
I mean, I could totally use instructions on how to eat it. Thanks. Could you provide that for me, Ace?
Don't turn about this on me.
So, slow-mo scene. Everyone's like, and Sir Lambert reaches into one of the mini pockets, pulls out a Slim Jim, and then we see it end over in slow-mo out towards this wake. As if sensing the salty deliciousness, the creature erupts from the water and snaps it. It is an albino alligator.
Oh, God.
Cool.
But it seems to have been altered.
Does it have laser beams on its head? Oh, no.
Oh,
Phantom. Man. Quickly, Dr. Song, reach inside that giant bag of yours and pull out your hand mirror.
Okay.
When the alligator shoots its laser at you, you have to reflect it with the mirror back at the alligator.
Okay. Yeah, I have not exactly trained for this.
If you mess it up, we will all die horribly.
But I thought you were a doctor.
Yes, I am. Are you questioning my qualifications?
Most doctors know how to use a laser refracting mirror.
It's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. I didn't say I couldn't. I'm just saying.
Oh, right. My bad. I
So
misjudged.
it is approaching. What do you do?
I mean, I'm a little more worried about the mouth piece.
That's a big problem also.
Yeah. Are we still going? Like,
Yeah.
are we driving? Are we gonna make it? Like, because we distracted it.
It looks like it's going to catch you, but you all have things that you can try to do. What do you do?
I'm just going to rely on Dr. Song to do this. She's a doctor, and I believe in her.
You can decide not to take an action, but that is your action.
I'm going to ready an action.
Not really a thing, but what are you planning on doing?
Oh, there's not things in this robust rule set. Interesting.
In the 200 words of rules, yeah.
Yes. Well, I am going to prepare the nitrous on the boat engine. It just takes a little while to initiate and fill up, and then when I hit the red button.
Okay, I'm gonna say that is I'll let it be heroic. It probably should be streetwise, but I'll let it be heroic.
Yeah, but it takes a little while, so it has to go last.
That's fine.
I do have the mirror out just in case.
Yes, and you can say that what I'm going to do is, as soon as it pops out and tries to shoot someone with a laser, I'm going to attempt to redirect
I'm
it.
going to attempt to redirect it.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
What are Dr. Smith and Sir Lambert doing?
I could try to throw more snacks out at it to try to slow it down.
Yeah.
It seemed to rather enjoy the.
Yeah.
I pull out my 9mm glizzy.
Okay. So
she's just like, bang, problem
no,
solved.
I just pull it out and I'm like, don't come any closer.
Yeah. What? You think
I try to reason with it.
What your Glock is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how about this?
I just don't want to use it because I don't want it to go away. Oh, I can use it. That doesn't go away, does
it's
it?
only if you spend it, any of your gear. It's only if you spend it effectively to, excuse me, to get an extra die that you have to worry about not being able to use it.
No, I'll shoot that thing
yeah.
normally.
Yeah. Cool.
I'll fire into the water.
So, Sir Lambert, go ahead and give me another streetwise to see if you can distract the thing.
At a 6.
Oh, okay, good. Dr. Smith, give me a heroic to see how good you are at shooting this thing.
Wait, shouldn't I get a streetwise? I learned how to shoot on the streets.
No.
On the mean streets of St. Paul.
Dang, dude.
Now, now I will say this: if instead of just trying to shoot it to kill it, you wanted to like shoot it in the laser optics, it won't do any damage to it, but it might impair it. That I might allow as a streetwise. It'd be like the difference between shooting someone and shooting someone's tires. Like I might allow streetwise on that, but it's your choice.
No, I think I'm just gonna shoot it.
Yeah.
In the face, like between the eyes.
Yep.
What is it? A shark?
It's an albino alligator with a laser turret affixed to one side of its head.
All right, I'm ready.
That's a heroic.
I got a 2.
Okay. Which isn't the worst that could possibly happen, but it is just a straight up normal failure. So you
that's twice as good as what the worst is.
Yeah, you just like fire a couple shots into the water. It has no effect. But it is somewhat distracted. It takes it a moment. And your Zodiac is still moving, right? The nitrous hasn't kicked in. But the distance between the alligator and your Zodiac has increased, so it's going to attempt to fire its laser. Dr. Song, you are prepared.
Sure am.
Go ahead and give me, I'll say streetwise, because I'm going to be nice on this one.
I learned to use my mirror on the streets.
I mean, you're not actually attacking it, so it's kind of like being clever.
Yeah, being crafty.
Being clever and crafty and improvising. So that'll give
mean
you.
I get two dice?
You have 3 in streetwise.
Does that mean I have 3 then?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
3 chances to get a 6.
Okay. Oh, I'm so nervous. I got a 2, 3, and 4.
Cool. So a 4 is progress, not a huge success. You also didn't get a 1. I will say that you don't angle the mirror quite right.
Okay.
So it grazes the top of your zodiac. Like it doesn't actually pierce it, so it doesn't start leaking. So you're not going to find yourselves in the water. But another shot like that, and your zodiac is going to start deflating. Ace.
Didn't sink us.
I mean, it's better than if it had just hit, because then you'd have to worry about a deflating zodiac. Ace.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit the nitrous button. Yep. Everybody hold on.
Yes.
If I've mixed this formula correctly, we will be blasted forward at an incredible speed. And if I've messed it up by even an ounce, we'll all die horribly in a fiery explosion.
Potentially.
There's no middle ground.
Potentially. Roll it up. That's going to be heroic.
A 4 and a 2.
Okay. It picks up speed, but it's like neither of the two things that you predicted actually happen. It just kind of like works a little bit. Maybe it hasn't fully. Maybe you misestimated how much time it takes to actually kick in. But so it's giving you a little bit of a push, but not a lot.
Don't worry, it's gonna get fast soon.
Yep. So, what now? You can try again.
I mean, I'll shoot at it again, but this time I'm going to go for its laser.
Okay, then you can make that as a streetwise. Okay.
Wow, Meg. Wow.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah, that's a fail and something terrible happens. You shoot it in the metal plate that is holding this laser turret onto the side of its head, and then it ricochets back and you hear psss as a
boat goes faster.
Maybe.
Aha!
Maybe.
That just worked.
Does it?
Yeah, because the deflating makes us shoot forward like in Scooby-Doo.
It's the side. It actually makes you shoot sideways towards the waterfall and the sharp rocks.
How big is this hole?
This is terrible news.
It's just a bullet hole.
Can I just
shove a snack in it?
Take some of your wool and shove it in there.
Or grab a handful of gummy bears and chew them real quick and then slap them into the hole.
Just quickly MacGyver some gummy bears / gum and throw it into the hole there.
Yeah, give me a streetwise.
Oh man.
We are having a great time.
This is intentionally a comedy of errors. 6. Excellent. So you have saved yourselves from sinking in the middle of this lake by slamming a bunch of gummy bears on. Perfect. Dr. Song and Ace, what are you doing?
It's occurred to me that I've forgotten one very obvious remedy for this situation.
To actually flip the switch this time?
Yeah, the alligator repellent spray that we keep in the emergency kit. It's an aerosol.
Sure.
I learned it by watching 60s Batman, Adam West Batman.
Sure. You want to do that instead of trying the nitrous again? That works.
I feel like I could do both, but if I have to only do one, I'm going to go for the aerosol, obviously.
Okay. What are you doing, Dr. Song?
Right, am I ready with my? Is the laser still on the alligator head?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Same thing.
Same thing. I'm still ready.
Cool. Well, that'll happen first. It fires a laser beam at you.
I go like this with the mirror, and then I roll 3 dice.
Yes.
Why are you rolling dice right now, Dr. Song?
This is how I deal with stress.
Yeah. It's a
coping.
It's a fidget thing.
Adult
Okay.
ADHD.
Yep, it's rough. I got a 2, 4, and 5.
That's not bad. It's
better.
So same thing happens. Now there's you directed the other direction, and Ace, like you just happen to be turning the wheel, and this laser beam comes and it hits your control console. Your steering is maybe a little bit not great, but the ship isn't disabled, or your Zodiac isn't disabled. And which means that it was, not terrible.
Once again, I'm suspicious of Dr. Song's actual allegiance.
Right?
She's literally been trying to murder me this entire time.
I'm not trying. It's just,
What do you mean?
You're just in the way a lot.
You lit me on fire. You stabbed me with a hairpin.
I did not light you on fire.
Now you're deflecting laser beams at me.
That's true. Dr. Smith.
I know our relationship didn't end well, but it's not like I stole your dog or
spicy.
anything.
Wow, you're bringing this up.
Well,
Okay, so
are you just mad about how quickly I moved on?
oh my God, would the two of you stop it? Here's what's gonna happen. I'm going to shoot this guy in the laser.
Yeah.
You're gonna shoot him in the laser?
In the laser.
You time it right. You wait for the little iris to open as it begins to fire again.
I got a 4 and a 5.
All right, you're making progress. You can see, you hit the turret and it spins around, and you can see some sparks. Its target acquisition is off now. It's still operating because you didn't destroy it, but you have made progress toward disabling the laser turret. Its mouth, however, is still totally functional, and it's getting close to you. Ace.
Yeah. Well, I rolled a 5 and a 4 on my repellent spray.
Okay. It slows it down.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to like it, and then you see a circuitry in this big implant on the side of its head flare, and one of its eyes glows. It starts to react like an animal and swim back away from the repellent, and then something kicks in and it starts coming after you again. But you bought yourself precious seconds. You're now in a race for who can get to land the fastest. You're getting close. Between the snack
us four?
Yeah, between the snack delays and the stuff like that, you're getting very close. So what do you do?
Are you asking me what I do?
I'm asking everyone. You have one last chance to avoid it, to try to stay ahead of it, avoid it catching up to you, eating you, or cooking you with lasers.
We just need to delay it long enough to get to the shoreline, Dr. Song.
Would a concentrated flashlight beam do anything to it?
It might.
How close is it to our tail?
Like 15 feet.
Oh, okay.
Probably not a good idea to jump that and try to land on its head with my machete, right?
Can I just
You could totally do that.
Dr. Song into the water?
I mean,
Dr. Song was pretty capable of throwing Ace at the monkey earlier. Maybe she could throw me at the albino gator, and I'll try to jam the machete into its circuitry or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want me to yeet you?
Yeah, do that.
All right, I
Seems
yeet
like
Sir Lambert.
Cool.
I gotta tell you, I have repellent spray right here.
Cool.
She's got a gun.
It's too late. I'm mid-air right now.
So
we can shoot it with bullets. We don't have to throw people at it. It's fine.
Drastic measures.
No, throwing people is best.
So
We've done it before. Oh, should we have tied some rope to Lambert first?
Too late.
I have rope. I have 100 feet of climbing rope.
Too late. So Dr. Song, I need you to roll heroic, but this your reputation for being ruthless will come into play here. So you're rolling 2 die. Sir Lambert, I need you to roll heroic. If you would like to spend your machete, which doesn't mean you won't get it back, it just means you won't be able to spend it again this session.
I'll spend the machete.
Okay, so you'll be rolling 4 die, and Dr. Song will be rolling 2. And this is a collective roll. So collectively, you're rolling 6 die, and it will be the highest die between you and the total number of ones.
Okay.
Highest die was a 5. No ones.
I got a 5 and a 4.
Okay. And no ones?
No
Correct.
ones?
Awesome. So I will say that this is additional progress on trying to disable the laser. So with Dr. Song's help, Sir Lambert flies through the air, skids on this thing's back, and then to avoid falling into the water, jams the machete in and pops this metal thing off of its head. That's a total of 3 progress against this thing. The laser is disabled. You are, however, now riding on the back of a very angry, and as it pulls away, you can see circuitry going into its brain. There's some smoke. It actually smells pretty good, like cooked gator. But it begins
good at, like, making a lasso.
Maybe.
I have a rope. I have 100 feet of climbing rope.
Yes, but it becomes maddened as you rip this contraption out of its head.
I mean, if you want to lasso the gator, we can maybe I could ride it on the way in behind you guys.
Yes. So we still have.
Okay, let's do it.
We still have Dr. Smith and Ace.
I think that I will fashion a lasso out of my rope really quickly.
Sure.
Because I'm probably good at that.
Sure.
And then I'm going to give it to Ace to see if he can lasso, because that sounds really heroic.
Sure.
Okay.
So do I have to roll for the lasso? Street smarts?
You know what? I will let you do book smart or streetwise, and we'll
Okay.
we'll. So this is going to be another kind of helping situation. So you'll be rolling, book smart or streetwise, which for you are the same. I'm going to say that you didn't like grow up in a rodeo, so it's probably more book smart. Like, knots, for example. And if you want your genius to apply, I think it can. And then for Ace, it's a heroic roll.
I have terrible news. I rolled a 4 and 2 ones.
What did Ace get?
This is awful.
3 and a 1.
Well, okay, so you have read many books, Dr. Smith, about various different rope and knots and things like that. But in the heat of the moment, you get a little confused. And instead of making a lasso, you make a slip knot. And Ace whirls it out, and it hits. But it immediately snaps around the top jaw of the gator as it's got its mouth open, coming in to chomp. And it's thrashing a bit because it's got, exposed wires stuck into its brain that are now shorting out. So Ace is pulled overboard. And is now where it's a little bit of a Wile E. Coyote, Scooby-Doo situation where Sir Lambert is on this thing's back. Ace is effectively kind of boogie boarding in the lake water behind it, as the Zodiac is now basically on autopilot with Dr. Smith and Dr. Song about to crash into the bank. Is there anything anyone wants to do before this travesty resolves itself?
I do have a monkey's paw.
Yeah.
Can't you make wishes on monkey's paws?
Yeah.
Sure can. But how do I word it?
I mean, can't you make a wish that just puts us next to the thing we're looking for?
Yeah.
We could just go straight to the thing that we're looking for, and then we'll
Yeah.
definitely beat them to it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Doesn't resolve our current situation, though.
Who knows?
Yeah, because it takes us out of this situation.
Yeah.
It's gonna bring the alligator for sure.
Well, just make sure that you ask them to not bring anything dangerous there, and we'll be safe there.
But if they can't bring anything dangerous there, then I won't be there.
Exactly.
Okay, don't bring any dangerous creatures
Hello,
or animals.
monkey's paw.
You're all animals.
We are, yeah. I request my wish is to have Sir Lambert, Dr. Minnie Smith, Ace Billingsley, and I teleported safely next to the next to the artifact that
Stone of
we're
Kuthat.
the Stone of Kuthat, with an open an open and safe exit route, in view and accessible by all 4 of us, without any dangerous animal things.
Yeah.
It's a very elaborate wish.
Yeah, it's for
this
sure.
is the monkey's paw is a bad thing, okay?
Yeah, you don't
I
get.
don't want anything to do with your wish.
You don't get infinite clauses, but
You already got named. Too late.
all right. So
but every time it has anything to do with me, she murders me almost.
Because I was like, well, if it just teleports us there, then maybe it teleports us in there, but there's no way to get out.
it's true. So you're
There's no
going to
oxygen.
spend your monkey's paw,
Yes.
and you are going to roll, I think, streetwise. So that's 4 dice.
Okay.
I don't think linguistics or ruthless comes into play because you're actually trying to be cautious.
We need 6s, Alyssa. You got this.
One 6 and a bunch of 1s would be perfect.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Don't worry, this can't go wrong.
Okay. I got it. I did get a 6.
Yes.
But then I got a 4 and a 2 and a 2.
Okay. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
That's fine because the only one that matters is the 6, right?
Yeah. Look how
Yes.
beautiful that is.
Lovely.
And that one. That's my 4.
Well, the good news is that it works. And one of the fingers on the monkey's paw creaks closed, and a swirling funnel of darkness appears in the sky and rapidly envelops this entire side of the lake. There is a moment where you feel like you're falling. You think you see a witch riding by on a bicycle. And then you find yourselves with a thump in darkness. It did bring the alligator with, but Ace is smart enough to let go of the rope so that as it plunges into the depths below you, you are not pulled out. You're not pulled into space and fall to your death. So
Wait, what?
You can't see where you are, but as soon as someone turns on a flashlight, I will describe what you see.
I turn on my flashlight.
Yes. So you see it brought the alligator with, but the alligator was brought into the open space. There is, you can see the stone. It's like a dodecahedron that is sitting on a plinth. And that plinth is sitting on a column. And the column extends down into the plateau to a bottom that you cannot see. It is beyond the reach of your light. You're in a roughly 20-foot kind of hemispherical room, and you are all spaced equidistantly around on a 1-foot ledge that surrounds the perimeter of this room. So it's you on a ledge, 10 feet of abyss, and then this pillar with this stone sitting on top. And as you arrive,
Balrog is going to be real mad that we just dropped an alligator on it.
right. Well, it takes a few minutes, and then you hear a really disgusting sploosh sound as this giant alligator hits the probably sharp rocks below. At first, there is no obvious exit, but then a set of stone doors opens with a grind and a clank, and then you hear echoes of more and more stone doors opening. You have opened the exits/entrances to this hidden temple, which is great if you want to get out. It's also great if anyone else is trying to get in.
Sure.
So, and we'll just say you hear echoes of voices like, I thought we'd never get in. It just opened. Good job.
Does it sound like D-Nice?
You don't hear a familiar voice, but we'll say that they have a ambiguously Eastern European kind of accent. So the kind of accent that a Die Hard movie villain would have. It's like, is it Eastern European? Is it South African? Does it really matter?
Well, does Germany count as Eastern European?
I mean, East Germany, sort of. That is actually a very weighty.
To the east of Germany.
It's a very weighty topic as to whether East Germany counts as Eastern Europe, or whether even anywhere in Eastern Europe would consider themselves Eastern European versus Central European.
Yeah, I'm not prepared to have that conversation.
There's a whole course on Great Courses if you want to learn more about it. Subscribe on Amazon for $5.99 a month.
All right, so we need to cross an abyss of 10 feet to get the jewel of the thing.
To get the stone of Guthot,
off of the plinth, which is on a column, which is connected to.
It goes all the way down.
Do we still have the rope?
Up inside of a soft taco.
Yeah.
I've also got my scarf, which I can use expertly to just whip and grab the thing.
How long is your scarf?
As long as it needs to be.
Maybe.
It's magical. It was handed down to me.
Wait. Can I look through my stone on my necklace and see if there's like any hidden like walkways that are just like hidden?
Oh, you're talking about the leap of faith?
Yeah, like a mirage-y thing.
Sure. Why don't you go ahead and give me a book smart? Unless you are using your jeweled necklace, in which case that has a purely mechanical benefit.
The double decker.
I will say narratively, if you use it in the fiction, it will enable you to make a roll to see if you can see anything hidden. But if you spend it, then you have to pick one of the mechanical benefits of rolling an extra couple of dice, being able to do a reroll, counting a 5 or a 6 as a success, or getting doubles as a success. Can't hear you.
Oh, I'm just going to use the Booksmart one.
Okay.
Is that fine? Okay.
Yep. Use Booksmart. Secret signs and imagery will apply, so that gets you an extra die. So you should be rolling 3.
I got 2 2s and a 1.
Cool. You don't see anything secret. But you do, as you're kind of moving along this ledge to try to get, like you've got this thing held up like a jeweler's loop and you're trying to look through it to see if there's any, hidden walkways or whatever. You feel a stone under your foot give way. Can I get everyone to roll a heroic for me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
None of your specialty reputations will apply.
So I have 1 dice, right? I got a 6.
I rolled
Lovely.
a 6 as well.
Beautiful.
I have a 3, 1, and a 4.
A 1 and a 4. Perfect.
Double 3s.
Cool.
Which equals a 6 if you add them together.
It's not how it works. So arrows fly out of hidden little holes in a spray around this room. The good news, there was only 1-1, which means that Sir Lambert is struck by an arrow.
Good news.
Well, it's better than all of you.
It's good news for us.
So, Sir Lambert, you are going to take an injury to heroic. So just put 1 in that field. Which now, whenever you make a heroic roll, you're going to subtract that 1 until you have a chance to recuperate. It's also possible that people can make first aid on you with Booksmart, or potentially Street Smart. But so yes, you get struck in the leg, and that leg immediately goes numb and starts to swell.
Oh, it's poison.
Yes. These are, I said arrows, they're more like darts. They don't do a lot of physical damage, but they do make things like walking, specifically walking on a very narrow ledge to avoid falling into a pit of death, somewhat more challenging.
You're going to need to suck the poison out, Dr. Song.
Yes. Oh, even better. Yes. Sir Lambert is like face to the wall, like trying to ooch along sideways, and then gets hit in the butt. And so your left leg,
you're gonna need to suck the poison out of his butt
Yes.
Dr. Song. I would do it, but we both know that you suck more.
Left leg and left butt cheek are simultaneously getting more and more numb and swelling. Like a lot.
Yeah, you've got mere seconds. Go. Glom onto his buttock.
I fiddle around in my bag and like ignore what's going on.
No. There's no time for a dental dam. You just need to go for it.
You pull out your phone, update your Insta.
Yeah. I'm just oblivious.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh no. Okay. All right. I suck the butt.
Okay, so I would like you to roll street smart to suck the butt.
Okay. What is
She learned how to do that on the street.
Yes, you did. That was before we dated, by the way.
Wait, streetwise, is that 3?
For you, yes. No, yes, for you is a 3. I don't think
an additional die because of our expertise in this area.
I don't think linguistics are ruthless applies.
No, linguistics.
It's not linguistics.
Oh.
Okay, but I did get 2 6s and a 3.
All right. So we have
You're welcome.
as you
She certainly does suck.
as you hear the voices getting closer. Dr. Song kind of scuttles over along this ledge and then very carefully maneuvers around, clamps on to Sir Lambert's left butt cheek, and
Like a leech.
applies the procedure.
I'm going to take a quick picture on my camera phone.
Yes. So, Sir Lambert, you had the swelling begins to subside, and you got pins and needles in that leg, but the first aid attempt by Dr. Song was successful. So you
Chloe,
may remove that one injury in
Don't
heroic.
ever question me being a doctor again,
Listen,
you jerk.
it's not second nature to you, but you're going to need to spit that out or you will die.
No, Dr. Song is saying la 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 because the tongue is all swollen now.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because she didn't spit out the poison. You got to get rid of the poison.
Yes.
God. I spit on Ace.
Yes. You try to. But mostly it's just dribble because it's like you went in for a
she's got
root canal or something like that.
Yeah.
The whole thing is numb and swollen. It'll subside, but yeah, it was not tasty.
You did great, kid.
Can confirm.
A 1 in a million suck.
Okay, so what are you doing? Again, under the clock. The bad guys, you assume, are on their way to the central chamber to recover.
I don't know what to do that.
Okay, so can I use my rope and throw it across? Like, is there someone across the way?
Yeah.
Or like, Ace, do you want to do your thing and be like, poo poo, and like get the thing? And then we can all kind of just scurry around and try to get out the door?
Yeah, obviously that's what I want to do.
Okay, let's do it then.
Yeah, it's easy.
Considering it is high stakes,
Uh-huh.
it might be, and like not succeeding probably means you pull it off of the plinth and it falls thousands of feet below.
Well, right, but here's the thing. If it fails, it still keeps it out of the hands of Phantom with an F.
Yeah. For a minute.
What do you mean for a minute? It's a bottomless pit. It goes down to the Balrog.
I mean, it goes down, hundreds of feet.
Yeah, into a swirling inferno of nothingness. No
Maybe.
one's gonna find it down there.
Maybe.
No, we heard a splat.
Yeah, and unless someone thought to bring a rope ladder. Phantom is very typically extremely well prepared and have lots of fancy equipment. They might have even have jetpacks.
I'm sorry. A rope ladder is fancy equipment.
Well,
I have a climbing rope.
By comparison. So what I'm suggesting is that because it is a clutch moment, working together to achieve your objective is probably smarter than
It's
one
10
person
feet
just
away,
trying
right?
it.
It's 10 feet away.
Yeah.
So what happens is this. Who's the smallest of us?
Probably Dr. Song, yeah?
I don't know.
Wouldn't Sir Lambert be smaller?
Well, he's not an actual lamb.
I mean, maybe. Who knows?
Are you a lamb?
I can be.
I thought he was an actual person lamb.
I just assumed he was a human, but Maybe I was wrong.
This is occurring in my head very differently than it is in yours.
I mean, look, Sir Lambert is a furry. It's okay.
Wow.
We're not going to shame it.
Okay, I can be.
I was thinking that we could do that thing where, like, Lambo just like stands on my shoulders, and then we.
Are we
fall
eating
forward.
Lambo again?
No, we fall forward and make a human bridge.
Sure.
And the smallest of us walks over us to go grab the thing.
Sure.
I'm still fine from the dart, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you're way too high to like worry about the danger of this.
You have there are narrative effects, but you are not at a penalty on heroic rolls.
All right. Well, I feel like I'm gonna equip and use my lucky headband to make me luckier.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Sure. So you're going to actually use your artifact.
How are we performing this feat?
So I will apply the artifact roll to the total roll. I'm suggesting that everyone find a way to assist. So would you like that to give you a success on a 5 or a 6, treat any doubles as a success, be able to reroll, or buy 2 additional die?
Maybe reroll.
Okay.
So I've got. Are we doing the human bridge thing, and I'm just walking across you guys?
No. You're the second half of the human bridge.
Oh,
yeah.
Apparently, I'm smaller than you.
And it's also a little bit of like that part of it for sure is going to be heroic because it's physical daring do, and you two are the best at the heroics. Cool. So who is going to traipse across the human bridge and grab the Stone of Kuthat? And the other person, what are you going to do to help?
I guess I've been nominated to traipse.
Okay.
Yes, but I am going to tie a rope to her around her waist and hold on to it from the ledge.
Cool.
So if she goes down, we might both go down. I don't know.
Everyone, just all 4 of us.
Cool. So let's say that the rolls are going to be, I need a heroic from Sir Lambert and Ace. I need a heroic from Dr. Song, and I need a streetwise from streetwise or Booksmart, doesn't really matter, from Dr. Smith. I'm trying to see if no one's specialty or reputation is going to apply here.
I got a 2.
I got a 5 and a 6, baby.
All right.
Yo.
I got a 5 and a 4.
Cool. No ones?
No ones.
Would you said you would like a reroll. Are there any that you would like to reroll, Sir Lambert?
Do I get to choose if it's... I can reroll one of those.
Yeah.
Wait. We didn't have any ones, though.
It was
What
in
if
case
you
I got a
reroll
higher
and get a
roll.
1?
No,
Yeah.
More
I only rolled a
success.
2. So
Okay.
It's not any better.
Cool. Well, so it is a close thing. But Ace hauls Sir Lambert onto his shoulders, and then they do a trust fall forward into the abyss. Sir Lambert barely grabs a hold of the lip. You have mere seconds while you can hold this weird Cirque du Soleil formation. Dr. Song, who I'm sure is wearing heels.
How?
That's not practical for a jungle adventure.
Yeah, but I'm
Have
sure.
you seen Jurassic World?
Yeah, I'm sure Dr.
Thank
Song is
you.
for sure wearing heels.
Yeah, definitely wearing heels. Stilettos, thank you.
And manages to step on like all of your vertebrae directly.
Whatever.
Traipses and like the back of your head and stuff. Traipses across and grabs the orb, the stone, and makes her way back to the ledge.
Downtown.
Just as Sir Lambert and Ace are beginning to lose their grip. How are you guys gonna like?
How are you gonna get up?
Yeah, because like you got your like Ace's toes are rested on this lip, and then you're connected to Lambo's feet somehow, and then Lambo's hands are on the other. Like, how are you getting out of that scenario?
Right. It's actually incredibly simple. Explain it, Lambo.
So I guess we are because we're of how heroic we are, we simultaneously do a feat of crazy push-ups off of the pillar at the exact same time, and we push ourselves off all the way and back up to the wall.
Yeah, it's kind of like, the worm dance move. We do that, and it's
the momentum
like
from the worm,
like a bread sheet, right? And the momentum just like flings us up back up.
Sure.
I mean, it's like one of the first things you learn at Ivy League University. I don't see what the big deal is.
Sure. Breakdance 101. It's a prerequisite for all of your advanced archaeology courses. Yeah. So somehow you're able to do a weird tumbling Batman and Robin situation. It is close, but
it's more of like an Ace and Gary situation.
Sure. I mean, there's one point where Sir Lambert is like hanging from one of Ace's legs, and Ace only has one hand braced on the lip, and the stone is cracking, and you can see the strain in the sweat. But Sir Lambert is eventually able to climb up Ace, and Ace is able to pull himself up onto the ledge. What do you do?
I tell him that he should pull his pants up from before, like when she was glommed onto his butt.
Oh, yeah.
We were never explicit about that whole situation.
Yeah, you still have at least one cheek out in the wind.
Yeah, that was an enormous hickey, by the way. Like, surprisingly large.
So
Thanks,
I have the stone.
yeah.
I have the stone then, right?
Yes.
Can I put it in like a secret pocket of my purse?
I mean, it's this big, so you're gonna have to. It's like a soccer ball size.
So yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'll put it. I will put it in the side pocket. I guess it'll be obvious, but it's still,
I mean, yeah. But you do have something to carry it
make
in.
Me feel better.
You put it in your very large purse.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Cry. I don't know. This is not what I was. I'm afraid of heights. Like, I'm dirty. I just sucked poison out of Sir Lambert's butt. Like, this is not.
You did great at it too.
This is not what I signed up for.
So can we like inch our way towards? You said the door was around the outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we have to like inch our way around to the door now.
Yeah. Yeah. And the voices are getting very close.
Yo, we gotta go.
But we have to leave the way they're coming in, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's not an exit? Is this cave not up to code?
He said that it's the same entrance and exit.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what we should do?
Well,
I got an idea.
It opens up the side hatch.
No. Secret temples typically don't have multiple ingress egress routes.
Listen, I got an idea.
I think that's wrong.
Listen, I got an idea. We are going to who's the most heroic?
Sir Lambert.
And you, Ace?
For heroic right now.
I'm the second most heroic.
Okay, so those two heroic people, I think we should put them next to the opening of the door. And then when the other people come in to see stuff, we just throw them into the pit and then run out.
Can I offer another option? This is just an option. They come through the door and you shoot them with your Glock. And you just straight up murder them. Just shoot them right.
Yeah, we could do that. I'm down. But how many are there going to be? Maybe we should throw. You should throw the first ones in, and then I'll pop the second one.
I have pepper spray too, so I could spray them, and then you could pop them.
Mm-hmm.
But this cloud of pepper spray somehow land in our eyes.
Yep. Or
never.
We just murder them. We just murder them, and we throw the bodies down into the pit.
I'm just saying.
But that's what I'm saying. If you throw the first two into the pit, they're gonna die. And then if I shoot the next two, if there's 4 of them, then they'll die. We throw them in the pit. I'm just saying, if there's more than like 2 people, I can't just go blah blah. Like, I'm gonna have to, we're gonna have to all help out to take them out.
Did you say we do know how many people there are?
No. We just hear multiple voices and footsteps.
I am an expert in linguistics, so I could be able to pick out the amount of the different accents.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
That's true.
That
and figure out how many there are.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a streetwise. Your linguistics will count.
you're straight up uhura-ing this.
Yes.
Uhura-ing?
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Star Trek
Trek stuff.
Wait, does that mean I get 4 dice? I'm
Yes.
sorry I always ask that.
Yes.
I just don't want to feel like I'm cheating. Okay. I got 2 6s and a 4 to 2.
Excellent. Yes. So going beyond linguistics of like trying to pick out the accents, and like you have it down to like, oh, this person was raised in a village in Serbia. But you're able to isolate the voices. The people who are talking, you hear 8. You do not hear Denise, however. You also hear something else. There is a grinding sound from far below. And then a splooshing sound. And
what is it?
Whirring
what does that seem to mean?
Swirling and rushing sound. Everyone can hear this. It sounds like a lot of water flowing.
I look up at the ceiling. Is there a hole?
Nope. It's all that sound come from down below.
How dark is this room right now?
If anywhere that you are not shining your flashlight is pitch darkness. There are no windows or other openings.
So could I potentially shut off my flashlight and stun the first people who peek their head into the doorway?
Sure.
Okay, so we can stun some people, throw some people in.
Mace some people, shoot some people.
Or mace some people, shoot some people.
Yeah.
I do have my cane that has a sword in it too.
Yes.
Still got my machete.
Yes. So you position yourselves on either
We're
side.
just gonna straight up murder all these people.
These people will die.
Okay.
So
we don't want to have a nice conversation with these people because we have.
They sound like jerks.
Okay.
Trust me, I'm a professional in linguistics.
yeah.
A cunning linguist.
Okay. Anyway. So, you prepare yourselves. The sound from below gets louder and louder and louder. The temperature in the room even changes. It gets colder.
That's weird.
The voices get nearer and nearer. You can hear the swirling and lapping of water getting very, very close from below. Suddenly, you can't see because it's pitch darkness, but you do see like the play of someone else's flashlight. And you can now get a sense of that this is a long, relatively straight corridor, but it does have a couple of side branches. Coming down one of those side branches, you can see just the bobbing of someone's flashlight. A group of people, all dressed in like pseudo-military gear, approaching. And it's one of these, like he's got an AK-47 and he's holding the light on one side. And they are approaching with military precision. You hear one of them, "What's that sound?" It's like, and then another one says, "Oh, hurry, just get the stone. We gotta get out of here." They move into range. What happens?
I shove one into the other and they both topple into the darkness and die horribly.
Cool. Make a heroic.
I'm using my military tactics on
Yes.
this as well.
Yes.
Oh boy. That's 2 1s and a 3.
Oh no!
Crying outside.
No, it works perfectly. You shove one into the other and they both topple, and then one of them grabs you and you fall too. Sir Lambert. Flashlight?
Yeah, I will click on the flashlight and try to kick the closer two that are with me or next to me into the abyss below as well.
Would you like to spend the flashlight for an extra die, or you just want to make that a heroic roll?
I'll just make a heroic roll.
Okay. Roll a heroic.
3 and a 6.
Excellent. Another one tumbles down into the abyss. Dr. Song, Dr. Smith.
So I've been taking like Krav Maga classes because obviously, you know, I need to feel secure because I'm very popular and famous and loved.
Yeah.
And so I get the pepper spray out and I spray one of them and then I boom, roll them over my shoulder.
Would you like to spend the pepper spray for another die, or do you want to just have it be in the fiction?
I just want to have it be there.
Okay, this is going to be a heroic roll then.
Oh. Okay.
Ruthless will apply, so that gets you 2 die.
Okay, less crap. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I got a 6 and a 1.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
It works flawlessly, except for the very last part. Yeah, you spray this dude in the face, and then as his hands come up, you knock them down, and then you do a knife hand strike to his throat, and then you just like work up and down his body, kick his knees out from under him, and then just yank him over the lip behind you. Yeah. What you weren't counting on was that pepper spray like splashes and leaves a lot of residue in the air. So you go, "Hey guys," and then like get a face full of pepper spray and immediately start coughing. Right. And you are momentarily incapacitated by.
I am really thankful that they trained us for pepper spray. So I've had this before, and I know it'll pass.
Yes, you know it'll pass. But
I don't panic.
For now, your vision is.
I'll just feel real bad.
Yeah, you're coughing uncontrollably. Your vision is obscured because of all the tears. It will pass momentarily, but you get a little bit of backwash of pepper spray. Dr. Smith.
It's not good.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my glizzy and I'm going to just pop some people. Just fire in there.
Yeah.
You're going to pull out your gat and lay these busters down?
Yeah, it's going to be great.
All right. That is going to be heroic. Would you like to spend your Glock to get an extra die?
So here's my question about that. If I spend my Glock to get an extra die, then my Glock is gone. Am I going to be hitting multiple people with that?
It's not that it's gone. It's just that you can't spend it for another die again until you have a chance to recoup. And in this case, get more ammo and stuff in it. It doesn't necessarily destroy it, unless it's something that is inherently destructible.
Gotcha. Well, I'm going to. Yeah, I might as well use it now. Then I'll use that roll.
Cool. So that will get you 2 dice on your heroic. Ooh.
6 and a 1.
6 and 1. Yes. There's a couple more of these goons file into this passageway and start rushing forward. It's like, we've got resistance up here. You know, one of them's getting on his little shoulder mounted radio. Is that, boss? We got some resistance up here. And then you just like peg him and he goes flying back. And then you go to shoot the rest. And you lay down some suppressing fire and a few of them dodge out of the way. And then we hear click, click, click as you run out of ammunition. That's the one. But good job. You killed one. The good news is that Ace didn't fall far because the entire chamber below you has been filling with water.
That's good.
So you hear, and a couple of the folks down there, like maybe a couple of them got knocked out as they hit the side of the road, but you hear shouting of voices below you rapidly rising. Sir Lambert switches the light down to the side, and rising up out of the depths is Ace Billingsley on the back of a dead albino alligator, riding it like a surfboard.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing we brought that along.
Well, the water rapidly laps up to this ledge and then exceeds it and begins pouring down this slightly declined long passageway.
Get on my gator board, everyone. We're going for a ride.
Yes.
How big is this gator board?
Big enough.
30 feet.
Oh, wow.
This is a massive alligator.
I wish I'd been more terrified.
It kind of, you have a moment to try to get on / grab a hold as just this kind of floppy, broken mass of alligator isn't quite oriented perfectly to start slipping down this chute, but it's starting to. So I need everyone to tell me how you are going to attempt. It still has a rope attached to it, just for memory. So tell me how you're going to attempt to grab a hold or get on or otherwise not be left behind or / drown.
I'll stab the back of it with my machete for a handhold.
Perfect. Give me a heroic roll. Dr. Song, Dr. Smith.
It's 5 and a 1.
Okay, that's fine.
I was thinking the same about my cane because it turns into a sword. I
Yep.
was gonna stab it into the gator to hold on.
Give me a heroic. I will allow Ruthless to apply.
So benevolent. I got a 2 and a 1.
Perfect. Dr. Smith?
So I'm going to. The rope is still attached to it, right?
Yes.
Okay. I, as a very great rope climber, am just going to grab the rope. My hands are already calloused and ready to go. So it's like, let's do it.
All right. Give me a heroic roll. Perfect. And Ace, I assume you're going to try to hang 10 on the top of this thing, right?
Well, I'm not going to attempt it. I'm already doing it.
Well, let's see how successfully.
So I'm going to take I whip off my scarf thing through the mouth, and then I'm holding on to it.
Yes. All right. Would you like to spend your scarf?
Nah, I got a 2 and a 4.
Okay, you could spend your scarf to add 2 to that roll. Add two dice if you would like.
Fine, I'll do that. Better not be any ones in here. I'm blaming you for coercion. 4 and a 3.
Okay, well, cool. So a variety of it's kind of okay to outright failure. The good news is no one has any choice because you are now in the world's biggest slip and slide. At first, as Dr. Song and Sir Lambert stab into the body of this alligator, you are carried along with it. But one after the other, you just feel your blades slicing through its body until eventually they come free, and you are now tumbling behind it in the swirling mass of detritus and bodies and screaming. Dr. Smith just grabs a hold of the rope and is ready to be pulled along, and then this massive wave of water comes behind you and pushes you directly into the back of the alligator, and you're now just with water splashing in your face, slammed into the hindquarters of this alligator. It is almost too large to go down this passageway, so it makes a little bit of a plug or a cork. And Ace does an okay job at first of holding on, but as this thing starts to oscillate back and forth and eventually starts to spin around, going all the way up to the ceiling, you are eventually tumbled off as well. Anyone who rolled a 1 needs to take an injury to heroic, which I think is going to be Minnie for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled 1.
Wait,
Okay.
so does that mean I don't get a dice for heroic anymore?
It means that whenever you roll heroic, until you are able to recuperate or receive first aid, you subtract 1 die,
Got you.
which means you will automatically fail unless you're able to apply genius or equipment or something.
Gotcha.
Real meg of genius.
So it's probably only 30 seconds, well, or maybe a minute. It's hard to keep track because you're all being kind of tumbled around. You miss all the sights. There's probably all kinds of really cool stuff that happens or that exists here in this secret temple, but you miss all of it because it's dark. Sir Lambert's flashlight is waterproof, but it's also being tumbled around in the water along with Sir Lambert. So there's just like a kaleidoscope kind of situation happening in the back of this alligator. And then you're all aware of light. The murky
go towards the light. I'm
yes,
ready.
You don't have any choice. The murky water begins to be illuminated from some source ahead of you, and then you are all ejected into thin air, hundreds of feet above the snake and barracuda filled lake below. You can even see a glimpse of your plane resting on the waters as you all in this gush, like to the side of the main waterfall. So just for curiosity, I would like everyone to go ahead and give me a heroic roll, except for Dr. Smith.
I'd like to use my scarf as a parachute.
I
Sure.
also don't have a heroic roll because I rolled a 1.
Oh, you did roll a 1. Okay, cool.
Correct.
Then go ahead and give. Then both of you who, if you cannot roll heroic, roll streetwise instead. It's just a different set of things.
Wouldn't that be likewise?
Nope.
I got a 5.
Okay.
I literally got 2 1s.
Perfect.
Literally.
I got
2 5s.
Cool.
1, 3, and a 4.
Okay, cool. So you all go crashing down, and just kind of like hit the water. It's not super elegant. Dr. Smith, however, just straight up belly flop.
That's got to sting.
Yeah. It just makes this like you're under the water and you just hear this slap as Dr. Smith hits. So I need you, Dr. Smith, to take an injury to Streetwise. Just because your bell got rung
Yeah, I know.
real hard.
Ring my bell, bell, bell.
So
Boop, boop, boop.
the mooks were not so lucky. They are either unconscious or are immediately consumed by giant anacondas or schools of barracuda / piranha or whatever, chumming the waters. By the time you breach up to the surface, Dr. Smith is just floating on the surface, trying to catch the breath from the belly flop. You haven't lost any of your gear, so don't worry about that. But you are now in the middle of the lake.
Near the plane, which is moored in the middle of the lake.
It's actually kind of okay.
Yeah.
And by the time you all get up to the surface and recover your bearings, you begin to hear gunfire. The water has successfully washed the main body, you assume, or at least some of your opponents out with you, but there were others that were inside passages that now are firing their weapons down at the lake. I mean, they're 500 feet or 500 feet above you, so it's not like they can take precise aim. But
Well, we could probably go under and just try to swim out.
so that's the question. What do you do?
Everyone knows bullets don't work underwater.
No, I mean, but they'll be harder to see us to shoot.
It's true.
No, they really don't work underwater.
What do you do?
I do what
can
Dr. Smith suggested.
Duck and swim.
I can swim.
Can I yell for my porter, Michael, to get the engines ready and turn the boat around?
Michael, get the engines ready.
Yeah, he unfortunately
Yeah, but do it in the Michael voice, though.
no, he unfortunately has resigned his position because you made fun of his beard. He's like, dude, I'm
Fair.
busy.
That's fair.
Karma.
Wow.
You're in the jungle. He's not coming with us on the plane. 'Cause
No,
he's resigned.
it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, you yell for him to start up the engines, and he does.
What does he say, though?
He says, "Sure."
That's not how Michael talks.
Well, you tell me.
He goes,
Righto, governor.
Sure.
I'll get cracking on it.
So your manservant is a little Cockney boy
Cockney
from 1890. Okay.
He's got like one of those little Newsies caps on and like long socks and the pants like right under the knee,
Yeah.
like rat pants, kind of.
Sure. Why not?
I've trained him well in all of my different, like he can kind of work the plane. He's my short round.
Okay.
Only
So
less horribly racist.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Yes, he will begin bringing.
Although you did make him sound, hey, governor.
Yeah,
But that's not racist.
No, it's still
just
like, you
it's
know.
just culturally insensitive.
Yes, there you go.
Heck, the British. I mean, come on.
Yes. So, for fun, he will bring the plane around towards you. We see, some splashing in the water, and Dr. Smith and Dr. Song, swimming below. We see the bubble trails as bullets pepper down beside you, but no one is hit. The plane pulls alongside, and you all kind of try to crawl your way up into the cargo bay. A few bullets actually hit the plane. We can hear them pinging off, but they've lost a lot of their momentum at this point. You don't think that, like, they don't hit a fuel line or anything like that. That would be permanently damaging. Ace, do you haul yourself into the pilot's chair?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's going to take a real pro to get us out of this spot.
It is for sure.
Well, it's a good thing we have one. Wink.
I start flipping all these switches
Yes.
that are like, in different places. And I'm like, Minnie, grab that lever. I need you to go to 40%.
Yes, sir.
It's out of my reach as the pilot. So I need somebody else to do that.
Sure.
And then I'm like, Lambert, get in the gun ding chair.
Gunding.
The gun chair, because our plane has
Turret?
gun.
Okay.
Turret?
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Can I shout, I guess, taunts out the window at the opposition while I'm doing this?
Yep.
What are your taunts?
I call them all poopy butt faces.
Okay.
Oh my god, they're
Nice.
the worst.
Yeah.
Just for that, coming up the river is a Zodiac, only it's black and it's nicer than yours, and it has a machine gun emplacement on a rack, and it has more of these ambiguously Central
a gun
European.
rack?
Yeah, has a more of these ambiguously Central European.
Why did you have a gun rack?
I didn't spring for the extra.
Exactly.
I got the SL.
So you're in a little bubble turret on the top, and you're shouting at people behind you, at the people up on the cliff, like ha 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 ha, and then you actually, some bullets pepper the reinforced glass or plexi or whatever it is of the turret, alerting you to the fact that there is a gunship approaching. They're going to try to sink your plane before it has a chance to take off.
I push the throttle down all the way,
Yes.
and the engines roar, all of them.
All right. May I suggest that everyone find a way to work together to escape?
Yeah.
Yes.
I sing a patriotic song of our
Flight of the
people.
Valkyries.
Okay.
Morale.
I am going to use my genius and my book smarts to assist in flying the plane, because I've read about this a lot.
Sure. Sure. No problem. Sir Lambert, are you just shooting?
I guess I'll take aim at that Zodiac that's coming at us
Okay.
and try to
you
shoot
kidding
out
me?
the gunner that's firing at us.
Okay, cool. So that's going to be a heroic. I'm going to say Ace trying to fly out under fire is probably heroic unless you're trying to do something else. Dr. Song, first of all, what kind of role is you singing, and how is you singing helping?
For morale.
Okay, cool.
It's to pump up our heroicism.
Sure.
Pump up our jam.
It's
Bardic singing.
streetwise, and I'll even let you use linguistics to
my
choose an aria with the appropriate book, the appropriate
man,
lyrics
Michael's a
to
sucker,
raise
guys.
everyone's. I mean, it's silly, but it's supposed to be this way.
I just rolled a 6
I know,
and
I'm
2
kidding.
ones.
Perfect.
So
I just
I
need the
rolled-
totals.
I rolled a 1.
Perfect.
Oh no. I rolled a 2 and a 1. Can I use my goggles to get a reroll?
You can use your goggles because it's normal equipment to just add a die.
But it's my aviator goggles.
But they're equipment. Yeah, you can spend your goggles. 6. Perfect.
Good.
So you're like, oh god, I can't, and then you like flip your goggles down. Okay, now I can see.
Yeah, I have to put down the Dwayne Wayne like shaded parts go down. Yeah.
Can I whip my machete out at them to try to get another dice roll?
You spent your machete, didn't you?
No, I don't think I did.
Sure.
I spent my headband.
Nice, Meg.
Okay, sure. Then just add 1 die.
Nobody gets that reference except you, Meg.
A 4.
Okay.
Because I'm old.
And what'd you get there, Dr. Song?
I got 3 and 4s.
Okay, so we got 2 total 6s, right? How many 1s?
I got a 1.
And Meg got 2 1s. So we got.
I got 2 1s.
Okay, so we got. You said you had one Lambo, so that's total of 4 1s. Yeah. Cool. So working.
Is it though?
It is. Working together, you are able to. So with Sir Lambert whipping the turret around, just a line of fire, you pierce the pontoon of the Zodiac, and probably hit the gunner. It's still coming towards you, but it's moving more slowly, and the gunner is incapacitated / killed. So that you've reduced the fire as you accelerate down away from the cliff. The smattering of bullets from the folks that are up above just drowns out. You still hear some gunfire; they're still firing, but you're well beyond the effective range of their weapons. You are able to pull up and just skim the tree line. And
that's intentional. I could have pulled up way earlier, but I like being dramatic.
You fly out over the jungle. You are lost in mist momentarily. You have a moment to breathe until Ace, a red indicator light starts flashing on your console.
Oh no, our blinker fluid is out.
No, it's the fuel line.
Oh, it's the fuel line.
Yeah, you are 10 minutes from empty.
Is it because we're losing fuel?
Yeah.
Is there so
someone got a
useless.
lucky shot off and severed one of the fuel lines.
Right. I'm being kind of useless. So is there any can I try to crawl out and I don't know, slap something on the side?
Yeah, you should be able to access it from the inside. Just remove the panel. You don't have to go to the outside of the flying plane.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Well, we'll see how you roll and see what happens. So yeah, I'm gonna say Captain Ace says, "Oh no, they hit a fuel line. We're gonna be out of fuel in about 10-15 minutes if we don't do something about it, and we don't have time to refuel, and we're in the middle air. What are we gonna do? We don't want to live in the jungle forever." Because it's full of cannibals or something.
I look around and I notice that I'm literally everyone is working really hard, and I'm like, oh.
All right. Well, that is
awkward.
That is going to be a streetwise. Do any of your can you think of a way in the fiction that either your specialty or reputation could come into play?
No, I already tried to think about it.
What if the manual for the fuel system was in some language?
Egyptian.
Russian.
Yeah. It's an old Russian cargo plane.
Old Russian cargo plane. Yes.
And Ace is like, I don't know, man. I can't read the manual. And you pick it up, and then yes,
I can.
Yes. So you can read the diagrams to switch it over to reserve fuel and patch up the leak. That will get you your 4th die.
Oh boy. I got Meg luck. Okay, so I've got a 6.
Good.
But I've got a 3 and 2 1s.
All right. Well, the good news is you are successful.
That is good news.
You are going to have to land and refuel. But just consulting your charts, you should be able to get to, a small town where you think that like there's a like a bush pilot kind of landing field where you should be able to refuel at least enough to get back to civilization. I will take those 2 ones and apply them as something that you have not yet discovered.
Okay. I can live with that.
So, we see you flying off into the sunset. Little montage as you make your way into
downtown
Madhapur, which is the nearest town of any size. Negotiating to get refueled. You're all pretty dinged up. And so there's one room left at the inn. I mean, it's not an inn, it's a hotel. It's probably, like a Best Western or something.
What? Best Western?
Yeah, it's the Best Western
like
Madhapur.
The gin joint from what's it called? Casablanca.
Oh, it is, but they did buy a Best
Western.
But they did buy a Best Western franchise.
Okay.
Oh, I get points here.
Right, exactly.
How's the Continental Breakfast Bar?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. It's run down, and obviously with maybe some sort of grand palace at one point that parts of it have been restored. There are a number of just traveling business people, etc. But you haul yours after ensuring that your plane will be patched up a little bit and refueled and ready for you in the morning. You make your way to the Best Western Madhapur to rest up and recuperate. What happens? What do you do?
Well, I feel like I need to have a talk with Chloe.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to go find some more bullets.
Yeah, easy enough.
I'm going to go and seek medical attention because I still have to deal with some wounds.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll get patched up. They're used to people coming out of the jungle because this is the type of place where there are secret temples every 2 miles. Right. And they all have traps and pits and scorpion chambers, the type where you walk in and you think it's fine, it's empty, and then you step on the wrong thing and then scorpions come out of the walls and sting you. So they're very used to dealing with banged up archaeologists. So it's relatively easy to wander down a back alley and find someone who will feed you some sort of disgusting brown liquid that will, you'll probably hallucinate heavily for a few hours, but we'll see to making sure that your body is purged of the aerotoxin, etc. So yes.
Listen, Chloe, can we talk?
Yes.
Look, I know things ended with us in a bad spot in that, I think you've been acting out a little bit, hitting me with stuff, trying to burn me, almost shooting me, the laser thing, that was the thing. And, I'm pretty mad at you. But when I saw you glommed onto the ass of another man, it made me realize that I miss you. And I think maybe we should give it another shot,
AC, we went to coffee once, right?
Yeah, but it changed my life.
I didn't even know it was a date.
It was totally a date. I was like,
we
I
have been
texted
friends
you
for years.
I texted you and I was like, hey, what are you doing today? Do you want to get coffee? And then you were like, yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of the greatest days of my life. And
I think you have some things to work out.
I'm just saying that the orb, I don't think the orb was the only treasure that we found in that temple.
That's the worst thing you've ever said to me.
So you're saying
Billingsley.
You're saying yes.
Also, I really like my last name, and yours is pretty awful. So
okay, but just hear me out. I'm the heir of the Billingsley slurry fortune, so I'm very wealthy.
Yeah, do you really think I want to be connected to a slurry fortune?
Okay, well, this isn't going how I had hoped.
Just sleep on it.
You're a nice guy. You're a nice guy.
Ooh, salt in wound.
Okay, I get it.
I just don't want to really be, attached to anyone right now, especially not someone that thinks we
No,
were.
I get it. I get it. I don't know why then you tried to murder me so badly multiple times.
You were in the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Never mind. I mean, that was all a joke. I didn't mean it anyway.
Yeah. Oh no, I can tell.
weirdo.
That was really funny. That was
a classic ace.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna be laughing about that for a while.
Yeah. It's so oh god, it's funny. It's so funny. It's great.
And it's for sure going up on TikTok. It's fine. It's fine. Chloe wanders off to avoid the awkwardness, and a very sympathetic waitress comes over with a drink on a tray and hands it to you. On the house. We call this one the friend zone. Pats you on the shoulder.
Like extra strong.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud.
Pats you on the shoulder and then wanders off. So, everyone's repaired except for their psychic trauma.
Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
Is there a way for me to, so like I have heroic injury, streetwise injury. Do those go away like if we rest, or are those permanent?
Pick one of them.
I would like to get rid of the heroic one.
All right. Yes. You're still a little, like maybe you got slightly concussed by the massive belly flop, but your physical injuries are just cuts and bruises and stuff. And so you typically, when there's a recovery period, you can pick one. Rules as written, you may only pick one across the entire team, but I'm gonna skip that. So everyone may recover one.
I didn't have a heroic point at all.
Right.
So
yeah. So strategically, it's better to not be foreclosed from making heroic rolls. Yes. And who has the Stone of Kuthat?
Chloe should have that.
All right.
Or Chelsea.
So Chloe.
Yeah. Oh yes, Chloe.
Chloe, you are in your room. I will say there are two rooms, so a guy's room and a girl's room. So after getting patched up and
we did a pillow fight and did each other's nails,
practice kissing on the back of your hands, like girls do. It finally occurs to one of you to actually examine the stone. It's just been floating around in your giant purse this entire time. And you set it out on a little table in front of you. And I would like someone or both of you to give me book smart rolls. And I'm going to say linguistics and secret signs and imagery both apply.
Okay.
This is to reflect you working together to see what you can figure out about the thing.
I got a 5, 5, and a 3.
Okay.
I got a 2 and a 2.
All right. You can tell that it's some sort of mechanism. There is writing on it. It is very, very ancient. Some weird ancient Coptic script. You realize as you bring it closer to the light that the exterior faces can be rotated, that there's some sort of pattern. And as you just kind of play with rotating the exterior faces of the dodecahedron, the little sparks of light that it casts move around the walls and ceiling. You're not quite sure, but you're making progress. Keep fiddling with it. Make those rolls again. Ooh.
I have 5 and
6,
a 2.
5, and 3.
Excellent. And no ones?
No ones.
All right. You start to realize that it's in roughly 2 hemispheres. And the settings that you make on the base are meant to like line up to draw a series of mountains. So you have made that. This is not all things can be resolved with a single success. So this is like you feel like you've got the puzzle halfway figured out. So you've got all of the faces on the bottom of the dodecahedron arranged so that they draw a picture of a mountain range, and the little points of light that are being cast out by the top facets seem to get brighter. But you know that you don't quite have them yet in the perfect position. Keep rolling.
They see me rolling.
I got a 2 and a 4.
I got a 5, 2, and a 1.
Okay, that's 1-1. It's kind of random. Keep going.
Got a 5 and a 4.
Oh,
I
two
got
sixes.
2 6s and a 2.
Beautiful. So
Nice job.
you and be glad for the extra 6. So eventually, and you guys are up late into the night, but you're both archaeologists, and
Yeah, we're both archaeologists.
yeah. Oh, at least one of you is, and that one is very interested in seeming like a avid archaeologist. So you fiddle with it, and you like take a break, and maybe go grab some drinks, and then come back up, but eventually, late into the night, you finally find the pattern, and the ceiling and walls of your kind of grotty little hotel room are lit up with a constellation of lights. The extra success is that Dr. Smith and Dr. Song are smart enough to take notes and, take pictures of what you are now certain represents the night sky as seen from somewhere on Earth at a particular time. And you think, a good idea of places to look because of the very specific arrangement of mountains on the lower half of this dodecahedron. When the ninjas come crashing through the window, what do you do?
I turn and start firing.
Okay. I'm going to say Sir Lambert and Ace, you're right next door, and you hear a loud crash and then gunfire. So Dr. Smith is going to fire the glizzy. What is Dr. Song and Sir Lambert and Ace doing?
Can I crawl under the bed?
Sure. Ooh.
I rolled a 6.
Beautiful.
Nice.
What about Sir Lambert and Ace?
I guess I'll book it out the door and run to theirs and start. I guess is it unlocked? I guess I'll start trying to try the door and then see if I can get into the room.
You can just bust in. It's fine.
All right, I'll just bust in and I'll be equipped with my shockingly bright flashlight and stun a ninja nearby.
All right, that'll be heroic for you.
I do want to clarify that I went under the bed because I grabbed the stone and brought it under the bed. Is that possible?
Oh, okay. So you grab the stone and are trying to hide the stone. Okay, then that's going to be streetwise.
Okay.
I rolled a 5.
Okay. And Ace.
I got a 1 and 1 and a 5.
Cool. Perfect.
I know that in this outdated, dilapidated, old Best Western, that the walls are basically just paper mache.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna yell, "Oh yeah," and crash through the conjoined wall for the element of surprise.
And then do what?
And then I'm gonna punch a ninja in the face.
Okay. So ninjas crash through the window and the wall, as we've established that it's very. So there's a handful, let's say 5 ninjas, and they immediately take a very well orchestrated stance and begin.
Wait, are they like the Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Go Power Rangers.
Yeah. But when I say ninja, I mean like stereotypical ninja costumes, which are not historically accurate, but whatever.
Right.
Yeah, they're full on with the little tabby boots, and they pull out some sai, and one of them has a kurosagama, and one of them pulls out a ninja toe, and they each have a different weapon. They each have headbands on with a different symbol on them. They're clearly some sort of like ninja assassin gang. They take their stance and they start one of them, clearly the leader, begins doing unnecessarily ornate kata at Dr. Smith, like spinning the sword around and taking various different stances and kiaiing and all that kind of stuff. And Dr. Smith just pulls out the 9mm and shoots him straight in the forehead, and he falls over. One of the others, seeing this happens, pulls out 2 of the sickles and is going to go over and eviscerate Dr. Smith when Ace bursts through the wall. Oh, yeah. And what'd you get on your heroics roll there, Ace?
A 1 and a 3.
A 1 and a 3. And kind of gets stuck halfway in the wall. Like the top half comes out, but the bottom half you're having a hard time, so you're kind of stuck in the wall.
It's very distracting.
It is very distracting. Sir Lambert, what'd you get on your heroics roll?
It was a 5.
It's a 5. One of them, you catch him in his eye, and it does like slow him down a little bit, and it does attract his attention to you. And Dr. Song failed with 2 1s, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Dr. Song is making her way to
downtown.
No, it's making her way to the bed to crawl underneath it, trips and falls, and the dodecahedron rolls out of her grasp, just in time for whatever zip line, for someone to come down whatever zip line these ninjas used. You see a familiar figure slide one arm down this zip line with a silver-plated pistol in one hand and a smile on her face. Cool. Yeah, she's got a long flowing skirt. She slides down, takes a gentle, well-practiced acrobatic landing, puts her foot on the dodecahedron, and Denise says, "Thanks, dear." Picks it up, and then does
I shoot her.
This is her turn. She picks it up, and then she does a blind fall backward out the window.
God, she is so cool, guys.
She's so cool right now.
Yes.
I run through the window and I try to shoot her on the way down.
All right, you do. You run to the hole, and you can see that she had some sort of repelling line on her, and she is now on the ground, looking up at you, smiling with the sphere underneath her arm. And what'd you get?
I rolled a 1.
Yeah. Your gun jams. And it gives her a chance to look up at you and smile, blow a little kiss in your direction, and then melt off into the night.
I think she deserved that escape. I'm gonna be honest.
I know she did.
Yeah.
Well, she's been around the world from
Yes. So now there are 4 ninjas in the room. What do you do?
Oh shit! The ninjas don't disappear with her?
No.
I shoot him.
You already shot her, so we need to hear what Sir Lambert, Chloe, and Billingsley are doing, or Ace are doing.
I'm going to incapacitate the closest ninja with my machete.
Cool. Do it. Heroics. Your equipment, by the way, has recharged if you want to spend it, because your equipment recharges unless it's destroyed.
2 1s.
Oh, no.
Can we make it so 1s or 6s?
No, because then you just roll 6s.
Be rolling 6s. Yeah.
Yeah. What about Ace and Dr. Song?
I guess I'm gonna free myself from the wall and then try to punch a ninja.
Yep. Heroic. War and weaponry will apply. Mostly because you're needing to dodge the
5,
exotic.
1, and 2.
Cool.
And then I'm gonna take out my hairpin again since it's recharged.
Artifact has not.
Oh, just kidding.
Artifact is per session. You can still stab someone with it in the fiction, but you just can't use it you can't use its artifact powers.
I'm gonna stab someone.
All right.
With my hairpin.
Give me a heroic. Ruthless will apply. So that's 2 dice.
Myself.
For the inevitable betrayal.
I have good aim. I have very good. Okay, I have. I got a 2 and a 3.
Okay, so it's not great, but you failed to, like, you're trying to stab a ninja and it's just dodging and blocking.
Yeah, it's really embarrassing.
Yeah. Sir Lambert attempts to attack a ninja with a machete, and it just like shifts its balance and throws you over its shoulder, and the machete goes flying up and sticks twang in the ceiling to reflect your terrible roll.
Heck.
Yes. The ninjas form back up, and they do a lot of unnecessarily swirling hands, and then they file out the window.
Yeah, I mean,
Dropping.
they can go. They got what they came for.
Yes,
right?
dropping down, leaving their leader behind. But they drop down to the street below and then race off in multiple directions. So we have a scene of you guys at the busted out window / wall, watching them all scamper off into the darkness, knowing out there somewhere Denise has the stone.
From the window to the wall.
Yes. So you have successfully recovered the stone of Kuthat.
Mm-hmm.
You beat FANTOM to it. But then they were able to track you down and steal it back. The chase.
It's almost as if everything we did not matter.
Except because of the extra 6 that Dr. Smith rolled, you have lots of detailed notes and photographic evidence of what the stone actually shows.
Dun, dun, dun.
So she may have stolen back the artifact itself, but you have the intel as well.
Yeah, we got the info.
So now it's just going to be a race to figure out where on
so
Earth
just use
you
the
need to
monkey
go.
paw again. No, I'm just kidding.
you certainly give it a try.
Hey, yeah,
We have
nothing
an
terrible
actual
happened with
teleportation device.
Yeah,
nothing terrible happened with the monkey paw.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, we were on a ledge and almost died, but
It's called the monkey's paw is luring you into a false sense of security.
Yeah, I feel
Well, it is
secure right
now.
now.
Yep. So
Yeah.
I think that's a perfect place to end the session. I know we wanted to end around 6-ish.
Yep.
So yeah, that is the first part of Minnesota Jones and the Temple of Boom. Next time we will see how successful you are at finding where in the world you need to go next, and if you can beat the evil, insidious forces of FANTOM to the grand prize, which is the potentially world-shattering occult weapon. So
Cool.
Yay.
think about
Give
what
us
your
the
strategy is going to be.
weapon.
Yes, get it first, and then figure out what you're going to do when you win. /
then we'll murder everyone.
Going to
continue to fail
Disneyland.
forward.
Wait.
This is
When we
totally
win D&D.
unrelated. But
Yeah.
where can I get some weighted dice?
Right?
Totally unrelated to all of this.
Yeah, totally related. I've just added
Where
something
can
to
I
my
get-
wish list.
What if we had I need a dice that has like 2 6s instead of anyone's.
Yeah, right. That's fine. It's meant to be, like I said, a comedy of errors. There were plenty of those, but no one died.
Oh yes.
No one died.
No, which is amazing.
There was an unnecessary amount of butt cheek sucking.
Sucking.
That was the exact necessary amount.
Okay.
It
Well,
served a purpose.
Once per session. Yeah.
Minimum.
One
I
butt sucking per session.
I nominate juice next time.
All right. Bend over, Meg.
Cool. And you're now taking it seriously. You know what you're up against. You have time to plan. So you each may add 1 to one of your attributes.
Cool.
Ooh.
All right.
Hey, Lissa, I closed it already. You want to add one to mine?
Yeah. Which one do you want it on?
I want it on heroic.
That's what I did too.
Cool. Next one's going to be all book smarts.
Correct.
Awesome.
Excellent.
So we'll see.
Cool.
But yeah, so you got a little bit better as a result. And because we'll be starting another session, your artifacts will have recharged. All of your equipment will be recharged because you're going to get a night's rest. And I'll go ahead and say, go ahead. We'll clear out any of your injuries too, because we'll pick up the action a few days later. Once you've had a chance
Will you clear
to
my
make your
entry out?
Yeah, I'll do it. once we have a chance for you to go and visit a library and do some research that will help you figure out where you need to go next in the world.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Yay. Looking
All
forward to
right.
it.
Slambo, when are we going to see you next on stream?
I'll be on stream tomorrow night, actually, 7:30 Mountain.
At twitch.tv/SAS Lambo.
Correct. That's where I'll be.
Nice.
I'll be on next at twitch.tv/LissaT. I'll be on Wednesday, and it'll be Wally Wednesday, so we're going to be fighting Plantera on Terraria.
I am going to be live next on Tuesday night at about 5:30 Central. And yeah, we might be playing some more Weedcraft. So that's been a fun game so far.
And I'll be on tomorrow, Monday at 6:30 Central. I'm playing Mythic Force with, is it Mythic or Mystic? Whatever it is, with Blinky. So we're going to try that out.
Awesome. Yep, I'm Zero Daylight or Zero or Michael or DM or Keeper or whatever. Yeah, I think the next thing we're doing is Tuesday evening, Sasha the Vampire Slayer. But I think our current Sasha may not be able to make it, so we may have to either push the schedule or we need to fill in Sasha.
A fill-in Sasha?
Yeah, we need a new Vampire Slayer. Because Zodi won't be able to make it. So yeah, but we've got a lot of stuff. If you're curious about the things on the C+ content calendar, head over to community.c+content.tv and ask around, or head to the C+ Next channel there to get a sense of the things that we have on the calendar and in the planning phases. Everything that we broadcast live shows up over at cpluscontent.tv, our YouTube channel, about 24 hours later. So if you missed part of this, or want to watch it again, or want to check it out and refresh your memory before the next one next Sunday, you can check it out there. I think that is my spiel.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Lissa, are you still going?
Yeah, I'm still gonna. I'm gonna play Death Road. I'm gonna play the Death Road to Canada.
Okay, cool. Let's do that thing.
Oh God.
Yay! It's my favorite part.
Hand in,
Do
Lambo.
that thing.
Lambo, hand in.
Yeah, there we go. Hand in there.
There it is. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Maybe next time.
Hey.
I completely forgot about that. It's the worst.
How could you?
How could you forget about it?
Because it's
It's who we are. It's who we are as people.
it's a coping mechanism. I block it out.
That's fair. All right.
You
that's
act
fair.
like you don't love us, but
Because I
deep
don't.
down,
I mean, it's not that I don't love you. I just hate that shtick.
it's not a shtick. It's our
Yeah, but
it's our mantra.
It's our cringy stick, and you have to hate it. If you
Just
didn't
lean
hate
into it,
then
man.
we wouldn't like it.
Okay.
We would find something else that you hate.
That's true. That's
like
true.
fun and happiness and beard trimmers.
How dare? How dare?
Thank you so much, Michael.
Yeah.
Michael is just an amazing.
Michael,
DM.
I like your beard.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
I'll never be able to play any TTRPGs after this.
Yeah, we're spoiled now.
Wow.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
spoiled as heck.
Excellent. Awesome. Well, I'll try not to kill you next time.
Okay.
Thanks.
Kill
for
you
having
next
me on board.
time.
I was brown nosing, I guess.
Right.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.